to Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
It's the battle for the Gelderman Trophy. San Ramon and Monte Vista, the 58th meeting in the Battle of Danville. It's only a 2.3-mile trip, but if you lose this game, it's a long way home. Will the Mustangs win their 4th game in a row? You'll find out next. Happy Friday Night Lights, Sharkvember, November 1st here from San Ramon High School in Danville for the Battle of the Gelderman Trophy. I'm Chris Babcock, joined by former Monte Vista head coach Craig Bergman for this great matchup between San Ramon and Monte Vista. San Ramon coming off a big win against Cal with a walk-off field goal to get the 3-point win. 76% run last week, Coach, against the Grizzlies. They have a positive 6 turnover ratio. The Wolves love to play clock management and ground control.
You know, there's no secret as to why they've been successful. If you look at their offensive line, they're big, they're physical. They've got a couple of nice running backs, and they keep it very simple in the run game. And they've been effective all year against every team that they've played. And I don't see them changing their game plan again tonight. They have a tremendous size advantage over Monte Vista up front. It's can they deal with Monte Vista's speed? That's going to be the name of the game.
Jacob Hyman last week, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns on 33 carries. In the NCS playoffs against Monte Vista last year, he had 21 carries for 151 yards. He had 418 yards in 3 NCS playoff games, and they were the D1 champs. So the Wolves have won the last 3 matchups between these schools. For Monte Vista, they're coming off a big win against Clayton Valley, 31-21, where they got a number of 3rd down stops and also 4th down stops to win the game. We had a chance to catch up with Monte Vista head coach Matt Russi on Wednesday.
Great road victory last week against Clayton Valley. I know we've got the 24-hour rule and you've moved on, but I got to talk about how the kids' physicality and toughness really shined out during that game.
Yeah, you know, going over there and playing them, they're a really physical football team, and we stopped them on a lot of big 3rd and 4th downs. We emphasized that all last week, and the truth of the matter is San Ramon is just as physical as they are, if not a little bit more physical, and they're going to come out and do the same type of stuff that Clayton Valley did.
So last week's game, and that's what to transition to, was kind of I want to use the word warm-up, but physical football team. San Ramon has a capable young quarterback, but they like to run the football.
Yeah, they're going to try to establish the run on us and keep the ball away from us. So can't have costly turnovers. We got to capitalize when we do get the ball, because we're not going to have many possessions. They're going to try and slow us down, slow the clock down. And they're a good team. They got big, old, all 250-plus offensive linemen. The running back is a really good player. Their tight end's a really good player, and quarterback's a good player. I mean, they got all good players. So, you know, we got to show up and play our best game.
So everything gets thrown out the window, although both teams are playing their best football this time of the year. It's something important about battling for the Gelderman Trophy.
100%. You know, I played in the game numerous times, coached in it now, you know, a couple times, and come up short. So, you know, I'm motivated as always, and hopefully we can get it back.
You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV and Ed TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
We're here to play the game, and when the unexpected happens, we are here for you. Muir Orthopedic Specialists are the leading experts in sports medicine, providing comprehensive care at 5 convenient Bay Area locations. We also offer advanced digital imaging, specialized urgent care, and physical therapy at our state-of-the-art facilities. Our staff puts you first with high-quality, compassionate care. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, here to help you get back in the game. Learn more at muirortho.com.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists specializing in orthopedic treatment and care through physical therapy, reconditioning, pain management, and surgery with over 20 doctors in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Brentwood, and Concord. Muir Orthopedic Specialists restoring strength, health, and mobility. Go to muirortho.com for more information and testimonials from patients. Muir Orthopedic Specialist, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors have been serving families and businesses in the Tri-Valley since 1984. All of your accounting, tax, and financial planning needs can be addressed by the friendly CPAs at Sweeney Kovar. Conveniently located in Danville, let Sweeney Kovar be your trusted advisor, enable you to keep the important financial promises you have made to your loved ones. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs.
Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. While many are tempted to reinvent themselves according to the prevailing fashion, we have never deviated from our core mission. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street, Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Go Mustangs! Ned Milan has over 15 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Going through life changes and wondering how to navigate through your finances? His approach is to help you use your money to match your values so you can live the life you dreamed of. Together, you will develop your financial roadmap and implement an investment strategy to help accomplish your goals. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan from the Lotus Group at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company is a Northern California-based investment firm pursuing value-add commercial and residential real estate opportunities. A key ingredient to Acre's investment model is the development of strong relationships with stable tenants that have a mutual strategic interest in our real estate acquisitions. These tenant relationships, paired with our financing expertise and the creation of capital-efficient debt structures, has created an impressive track record of strong risk adjusted to our equity sources. Learn more at acrecorporation.com. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management.
Does your protein shake have the real symbol? And how does it taste? Isn't it about time we all got real?
So the keys to the game, first for Monte Vista, and when it comes into this game, and Coach and I just talked about this, you don't want to turn the football over because there is emotional swings and momentum swings in this game, unlike any other the kids are going to play in. Monte Vista win third down. San Ramon was tremendous last week on third down. Tempo, speed up the tempo, try to get as many plays off offensively, and then sell out of the run. Yes, San Ramon's capable of throwing the football to their tight end Murphy, but it all gets into stopping the tailback Hyman. And then for San Ramon, Coach, Aaron Becker, control the line of scrimmage offensively and defensively, tackle in space, and score TDs in the red zone.
Well, as we said before, they are going to run the football. No secret to that. But they've been very effective in their play-action pass game, and
Definitely
that's where
in the red zone.
That's where they've really, made a living as far as their passing game goes. You're not going to see a lot of straight dropbacks out of them, but you are going to see a lot of nakeds and boots and a lot of play action. Throw the ball deep a little bit that way. But they are basically a run team, play action second. As I said, not a whole lot of drop back, but they will get their passes in with misdirection and with play action.
Jack Quigley, the quarterback, just a sophomore in a long line of quality quarterbacks that have played at this school, and as well as a long line of quarterbacks over at Monte Vista. But Quigley is 86 of 151, 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, which is a great ratio. He has 2 touchdown passes and 3 interceptions in his last 4 games. Last week against Cal, he was 8 of 14 for 139 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. And as we just talked about, his favorite target in the red zone or anywhere on the field is J.P. Murphy, multi-sport guy, 7 touchdowns, 20 receptions on the year. Had 2 receptions last week against Cal, 1 for a touchdown. And last year had some big catches against Monte Vista in the regular season game and also the playoff matchup.
And a big target, a very big target that Monte Vista's got to be aware of the entire game. Know where he is on the field, because that is his go-to guy. And if you've got 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, they're probably going to be targeting him. So as Monte Vista knows that, knowing where he is on the field, trying to shut him down and force him to go elsewhere.
During practice this week, that was something that the defense, they knew which player for Monte Vista during the scout team, who's 87. And they did a good job. But earlier this year, against Foothill and against De La Salle, the Mustangs were susceptible to the tight end pop and those sort of things. So they're going to run their stretch play and then run a naked to Murphy. They like to hit him on a corner route, crossing routes. Very capable player.
And I think that you hit it on the head, though, as far as them wanting to run the football. I think Monte Vista's got to force them into obvious passing situations, which San Ramon hasn't had a lot of those. And to force them into those 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9s, but that's going to take a heck of an effort on 1st and 2nd down to put them into those situations.
So a little history on this. This is the 58th matchup between these schools over a 51-year time period. 6 of those games are NCS games. Monte Vista won the first one, which was at the Oakland Coliseum. Since San Ramon has won the last 5 postseason games. In the Gelderman Trophy game, Monte Vista has a 29-21-1 edge. Overall, Monte Vista is 30, 26, and 1. However, San Ramon's won the last 3 and has won 7 out of the last 10. The first 3 matchups, thanks to Alan Holter, Monte Vista historian, the first 3 matchups were all played here at San Ramon because Sam Zackheim Memorial Field was not there.
Yep.
All 3 of those games, Monte Vista got the shutout, and those were some good San Ramon football teams.
Against a brand new up-and-coming school. Monte Vista, in fact, the first year they played with no seniors. They played them as juniors, and they played a JV schedule, but they gradually worked up into the varsity schedule, and they ended up doing very well and winning their first 3 games.
So we have the coin flip with the captains, the Mustangs in their road whites, the Wolves in their home greens. The official tonight, one of the best in the business, Justin Bigler, with the coin flip. And something that we will keep track of tonight is the time of possession, because that is very important in any game, but in particular tonight because you want to get as many possessions as you can.
Well, contrasting styles. Monte Vista wants a long game. They want to keep this game going because that favors them with that clock stop. That means that the ball's either first downs, out of bounds, those types of things. San Ramon wants that clock to go and move and keep their offense on the field running the football and keep Monte Vista's offense off the field. Monte
Vista will get the football to start the game. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV and Ed TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists, is brought to you in part by Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Ned Milan at the Lotus Group, Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management. Fit Pro Go, the most delicious shake ever. Who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game? And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 35 years. Thank you to our partners who have allowed us to bring you this game, these 6 Monte Vista games, on NorCal Sports TV. Follow us on social media at NorCal Sports TV, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So San Ramon will kick off to start this game. And normally when these teams are both over 500, which normally they are, it's usually a one-score game. Chase Salisbury will tee it up. He got the game-winning field goal, walk-off style, last week. Little pooch kick. And the Mustangs will just dive on the short kick and have pretty good field position to start the game. Drew Racina gets the football, and the Mustangs will start out on offense on their own 33-yard line.
And not a real surprise there, them not kicking to Jacob Oliphant. And that's a smart move by Coach Becker.
Most certainly. The Mustangs on offense. Stewartson at quarterback, Cribb at running back, Oliphant, Racina, Rivas, and Shea at tight end. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs in white.
A lot of confusion out of the San Ramon defense on that play.
Pitch out to Cribb, and he picks up 3 yards. The Mustangs were a little challenged last week running the football, but Cribb has been a capable running back all year, and there's a little toss left, Coach.
Well, I think they caught San Ramon off guard, and they happened to be running right into the strength of San Ramon anyway. San Ramon had left 2 receivers uncovered out to the field, and Monte Vista was unable to see that.
2-by-2 set, 2nd and 6, Oliphant in motion. It was looking to throw it to Oliphant, and then Jack makes a great decision, and I'll let Coach talk more about this, of throwing it into the ground and killing a couple of gophers.
He put them in a situation where they can convert a 3rd and 6 rather than a 3rd and 12, or forcing the ball and throwing an interception. He's done a nice job over the last couple of weeks of doing that and putting them into those situations where that they don't turn the ball over.
3rd and 6 early on for the Mustangs, and we talked about winning on 3rd down. That's offensively and defensively. 3-man front for the Wolves. Stewartson steps up in the pocket. He's going to run it, and I think he's going to have enough for a 1st down, and then we've got a penalty.
I think we're going to get a targeting call.
Justin Bigler with the call. And it's a personal foul, and Jack doing a good job of they went right for his head, of how important. There's just 2 decisions right there for the normal person who's watching football. Go, okay, the quarterback threw it away, and then he just ran for a 1st down. Why is that so important at this particular moment, Coach?
It's going to slow the rush down. It's going to slow the rush down because you become a threat to run the football, and just by throwing the ball away, it makes them understand that he's not going to make those decisions that he's made in the past.
Okay, so procedure on the Mustangs. So the Mustangs were prepared for this 3-man front. We've seen a lot, meaning me and you coaching in this game saw a lot of this. Mm-hmm. They're going to go on a 3-man front and really stay and drop off, and now you're playing into your hands 1st and 15.
Well, they're going to dare you to run the football. I mean, when they're running a front like this, they've only got 4 or 5 guys in the box. You have to be able to run it effectively.
There's only 3 guys within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage. Curl route to Shea, and it's intercepted. So you've gone from a bunch of good decisions to a bad decision, and Cole Mortensen with his second interception of the game.
And if you watch Jack's eyes, they never leave the middle of the field. He stares right where he's going to throw it. He's got to be able to look that off. If anybody's going to see that playing defense, they're going to follow those eyes, and they're going to be able to pick more off if he continues to do that. He's got to do a nice job of seeing the field.
And we've experienced this in the past. The Wolves are going to defend the immediate box, meaning 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. It's going to be tough to throw the crossing routes or those curl routes. He knows that. Talked about it on Wednesday. Interception, and the Wolves have the momentum. Counter, Regina in the backfield where he absolutely lived last week. Nate Regina with 16 tackles last week, 2 tackles for losses, and he really stepped up his game in the run game last week, Coach.
And they really needed him to last week, and they're going to need him again tonight. Great job. They brought him off the edge. He beat the pulling guard off the edge and really squeezed that corner, made the tackle for the loss. And, obviously Clayton Valley, a heavy run-oriented team, as is San Ramon. They're going to need the same effort tonight.
I formation, Murphy lines up in the right. And it'll be 18 force going the other way, and Shea with a TFL. Little stretch run for the Wolves, and Shea, who had another big game last week, 10 tackles.
When you're working that zone play offensively, you'll see a tandem, what we call a tandem. It's a double team between 2 offensive linemen. You got to pick up that linebacker running through. Obviously, it looks like the right guard didn't do a very good job of seeing that run through, and Connor Shea was able to run through and get the play.
Unsportsmanlike penalty on the Wolves. So that is their second 15-yard penalty of the game. And there's something about playing this game, this Gelderman Trophy game, and playing with passion, but there's also a time where you've got to keep
your cool.
Discipline. You got to be cool.
And you can't make those mistakes. Early in the game,
so they'll break formation, which usually means some type of screen. 3rd and forever for the Wolves. And that was a post-play penalty. Quigley. Quick throw out to Jared Kenny, his 15th reception of the season. And then Oliphant, and this is the key here, Oliphant's helmet was knocked off, and we'll see number 6 come up. And why is that so important, Coach?
Well, if your helmet comes off for any reason or another, you're going to have to come out for one play, and that enables them to be able to actually punt the ball deep because Jacob can't go back and return it.
There's only been one punt return in the history of this game for a touchdown for Monte Vista, and that was last year by Jacob Oliphant.
Just a tremendous kick returner.
Nice kick. And that should be a penalty. That'll be a penalty on San Ramon. That'll be a 15-yard penalty interfering with the ability to try to make the fair catch.
Catcher interference. You got to give him the opportunity to catch that ball. And right there, you see the San Ramon defender run into him and not give him that opportunity. It's an easy call.
Matt Nuri trying to make that catch on the punt return, and it'll be, depending on what they call here, could be a 5-yard penalty, could be a 15-yard penalty. All depends. And I like the officials getting together to make sure they get it right.
Looks like it's of the 15 variety.
So Monte Vista, after throwing Stewartson throws the interception, San Ramon has had a lot of yellow flags, not being very disciplined, and Monte Vista will now take over on their own 33-yard line, and it's like that first series didn't exist.
Well, and you're going to see the 3-man front again. They were successful in the last series. Monte Vista's got to attack it with the run game.
2-by-2 set, Oliphant and Regina at the bottom of your screen, Cribb with the run, and he's running the wrong way, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. So you're running that play to the boundary, doesn't give you much room to go, and then your 2 best receivers at the bottom of your screen, so the defense is going to be shifted that way.
Well, they've got to be better at the point of attack. Defensive end for San Ramon does a really nice job of forcing the double team and forcing them to stay on the double team, and as the run-through linebacker, as we talked about before, they didn't pick him up, and if you don't pick that guy up, he's going to make you stop in the backfield every time.
Number 8, wide receiver Nate Regina missed the block downfield, and that didn't help. So it's 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. Cribb open on the swing route. Absolutely nobody with him, but a shallow cross to Oliphant. Get the bass guitar going, and he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 15-yard gain, and a first down for the Mustangs. He allowed Oliphant to cross through the middle of the field that got him wide open.
Well, and it's basically the same throw that he made, the same route that he threw the interception on, but he took the underneath guy. The guy who intercepted it the first time was deep, and he did it again. He dropped deep into coverage, which leaves the underneath stuff wide open.
And that time as well, as there's plenty of options. You've got Oliphant on the shallow cross, but Cribb on the swing was wide open as well. First down for the Mustangs, 44-yard line. Racina in motion, and he'll get the shovel pass. Puts a foot in the ground and gets 5 yards. Nice gain on first down.
Terrific play. 2nd and 5, as we always talk about, is a great down. You want to be in that situation every series to be in 2nd and 5. Your whole playbook is opened up. You're not sure if you're going to get a 4-man front or 3-man front now because they've got to worry about the run game.
Nice job by Gavin Cribb blocking out of the backfield and blocking a couple of guys and giving Racina a nice positive gain on first down. 2nd and 4. Oliphant in motion. Stewartson, quick out route to Cribb out of the backfield. Picks up 3, but still a number of guys are touching the football. So you had a pass to Racina. I know it's a shovel pass. You have a throw to Cribb, which we're going to see here, and the shallow cross to Oliphant.
Well, you mix it up. You can't target one guy. Now they've got to defend the whole field. And you can't just concentrate on Racina or Oliphant. You've got to worry about Cribb. You've got to worry about Shea. You've got to worry about everybody out there.
3rd and 2 for the Mustangs. Cribb offset to Stewartson's right, and it's going to be a quarterback run. I don't understand how this play worked out, but you know what, Coach? Sometimes they're not always as they drawn up. Sometimes you have to overcome your own mistakes. First down, Monte Vista.
I was waiting for you to cue the Looney Tunes music there. That was the perfect opportunity.
No. Oh, let's do it on the head.
Yeah, that looked like a busted play, and Jack, I don't know if it was advised or not.
Credit Cribb.
Very well advised.
Credit Cribb for being Johnny on the spot and being aware and not letting that ball hit him in the face mask. So it's another first down for the Mustangs. 3-by-1 set. Run to Cribb, plants a foot in the ground, and picks up 3 or 4 yards.
Hey, and I like what they're doing. They're running the football. And, San Ramon, I think, is content with them running the football because of the athletes they have out there, but that's okay. And I think what I'm seeing is San Ramon's trying to kind of rotate between a 3-man front and a 4-man front to give them different looks. But you've got to try and get him out of this 3-man front.
The closest line, they've got 4 guys at the line of scrimmage, and there's 5 guys deep. Cribb, heck of a job just to pick up 2 yards there. Gavin Cribb having a great start. There's nothing here, but Coach, he just gets north here on this play.
And he does a nice job with his bounce. You see him put his hand on the ground right here, keep his feet moving.
The old bear crawl.
As a running back.
The old bear crawl.
And it puts Monte Vista in a situation where I think this is actually 4-down territory. I thought.
Should be 3rd down.
Should be 3rd down.
3rd and 5. Wolves bringing a guy off the edge. He's picked up. He's got Oliphant. No, that's Rivas. Out of bounds. So Coach Russi taking a shot, knowing that they're probably going to go for it on 4th down. Not a bad risk.
Not a bad risk. I'd rather see that on a 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, or a first down, because that 4th and 5 is tough to get. It looks like they might be putting their punt team out there. And this is actually a spot where Coach Russi's talked to me about a fake he's been practicing it every day. Let's see if this is the opportunity where they would run it. This is a perfect opportunity.
4th and 5. Punt off the side of his foot, but it takes a great bounce, and it'll get to the 11-yard line. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists specializing in orthopedic treatment and care through physical therapy, reconditioning, pain management, and surgery with over 20 doctors in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Brentwood, and Concord. Muir Orthopedic Specialists restoring strength, health, and mobility. Go to MuirOrtho.com for more information and testimonials from patients.
1st and 10 for the Wolves from their own 10-yard line. Murphy set to the right, I formation. Mustangs walking guys up in the box. It's 18 force, and Hyman picks up 7. Our old 28 reach.
With a lead blocker
with
up
a lead
inside.
blocker instead of an H. Not enough force, and when you're avoiding guys to block you, you're leaving a running lane right behind you. We talked about selling out on the run, not their 7-yard gain for Hyman, who's over 775 yards for the season. Play repeater, Aaron Becker goes back to the reach, and it'll be 3rd and short.
Well, I mean, we ran this play for 20 years, and it's such an effective play, and it's so difficult to defend because the running back's not told to run it in one hole or not. He's going to read how it's blocked, so every time they run it, it might hit in a different hole. He just got to do a nice job of reading it, and right now they're blocking it very well.
3rd and short. Jacob Hyman was very impressed how he subbed in for Tristan Sinclair last year after he broke his shoulder in the playoff game. Big, ugly formation for the Wolves. It's going to be a fullback dive, and he doesn't average a lot of yards per carry, but the fullback, J.L. Moore, picks up the first down. Coach, he's got 23 carries for 55 yards. A lot of those for first downs.
On plays just like this.
Yeah.
If you got 3rd and 1, you can pretty much target him as a defender that you know he's going to get it. And try and submarine, get in there over the top, make a play where you know he's going to get that football.
He knows his role, and Coach Becker throws him a bone every once in a while, and it picks up a lot of first downs that way. Twins formation to the Mustangs bench. They'll remain in that I formation for the Wolves. Quigley at quarterback, and it's the reach the other way, and the Mustangs, Chip Menard, does a nice job off the edge of using his hands, taking on blockers, and making the play.
This is a check with me up there. I talked with Coach Becker, and they have a lot. We used to do a lot of the same things. They're reading the defense, and they're going to check it strong or weak, depending on how Monte Vista lines up. And I remember last year they did the same thing. They had a lot of success with that in their playoff game, checking to the bubble and checking where the weakness was in that defense.
Murphy continues to line up in the right. Kenny at the bottom of your screen. Quigley moves into the pistol formation. It'll be 2nd and 9. Wolves have yet to attempt their first pass, and it's a play pass. Nice out route, and it's incomplete. Threw it with timing, but just was a little short on the play pass on the deep out route.
You know, I had a chance I've seen Quigley throw for about 4 or 5 years. He participates in our flag football. And he opened up his foot a little bit too much to it with all the arm instead of just getting his body into it. And that's what a lot of young quarterbacks do. He's got a lot of potential.
So we talked about winning on 3rd down, one of the keys for the Mustangs. It's 3rd and 9 here. And the Wolves, traditionally in this situation, 3rd and long, don't be surprised if thrown to the tight end or some type of window screen. Saw Joe Starkey last Sunday, by the way, in window. Throw to the chains. And that's a fumble. And the Mustangs called it incomplete. The official waited, but it was a quick out. Wouldn't have been enough for the first down, but I like how Monte Vista rallied up in the tackle.
You know, and I like the play without seeing the replay yet. I like the call on the field of no catch because he hadn't really made a football move. He didn't have it, and a lot of officials get excited and they want to make a call on the field and they call it a knee-jerk reaction to call it a fumble.
So the Mustangs have won twice on 3rd down. Oliphant back to receive. Landon Scarpa averaging over 31 yards a kick, and that's going to be a short kick, and the Mustangs will get great field position. Muir Orthopedic Express by MOS is there for you when that unexpected injury happens. Located in Walnut Creek, Orthopedic Express has orthopedic experts providing specialized urgent care when patients need them most. Same-day appointments and walk-ins welcome. Go to muirortho.com for more information. Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. So the Mustangs get absolutely great field position on the San Ramon 43-yard line with just over 2 minutes left in the first quarter. But this game, we've seen these games get off to slow starts, and then before you know it, the action starts happening. But both defenses are doing a good job so far tonight. Stewartson quick screen to Rivas, and he's got ability to move. Again, not a huge gain, but a positive gain on first down, and there's another receiver, the fourth Monte Vista receiver, to catch the ball tonight.
Well, and Coach, before you talked about the lead up to this game and how excited the kids are, this is about the time of the game when they start settling down. Both teams will start settling down, playing a little bit better football, not making as many mistakes.
Think about the kid that you played Pop Warner with, CIO ball with, went to middle school with, yada, yada, yada. Shovel pass to Oliphant. Dips and doos, but then he's turns the corner and picks up. That was a pretty 3-yard shovel pass to Oliphant. His second reception of the game, and it'll be 3rd and 4.
And once again, this is probably 4-down territory. You know, if you're Monte Vista, you're not afraid to run the ball here on 3rd down. Try and get a couple yards, put yourself in a 4th down manageable.
And Oliphant, with his speed, but he has fumbled in the last 2 games. Fumbled last week, and he fumbled the week before. So it's important to have ball security out of him. 2-by-2 set, Shea and Rachina near the San Ramon bench. And then Stewartson wants those guys to reset. Back to pass. Stewartson, shallow cross to Rivas. Didn't pick up the first down, but he did something that we have always tell the receivers to do. Get upfield. Because he got upfield, it's going to be a very short 4th and 1.
He didn't try and run around him. You know, right there, dip up the field, get what you can. Don't try and run backwards and lose yardage.
So San Ramon's doing a lot of substituting. If Monte Vista could get into some kind of tempo, they could catch them in a substitution and get them in the wrong defense. Looks like they're going to, 4th and short, they're going to go with their 4-man front and probably walk their linebackers up.
I'd like to see them move up their tempo, as you say. Speed up your tempo and force them not to substitute.
So Stewartson in the shotgun. He has taken the quarterback sneak. He did against Cal. Hand off to Cribb, and he plants a foot in the ground, and I think he's short. So there's the difference when you go out of the shotgun. Now, we've seen Jack Stewartson get a couple of quarterback sneaks this year, but this one he's trying to run, and there's just way too much penetration. A great job on defense that time by number, I don't have his number.
Really the entire front.
Yeah, good job by San Ramon. And we've got 31 seconds left here, and they'll take over on their own 34-yard line.
Monte Vista's got to take care of the line of scrimmage.
Quigley, hitch route, 7-yard gain, and that'll be the last play of the quarter, I imagine. So it's the end of the first quarter. San Ramon, Monte Vista scoreless. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV and Ed TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors have been serving families and businesses in the Tri-Valley since 1984. All of your accounting, tax, and financial planning needs can be addressed by the friendly CPAs at Sweeney Kovar. Conveniently located in Danville, let Sweeney Kovar be your trusted advisor, enable you to keep the important financial promises you have made to your loved ones. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs.
Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. While many are tempted to reinvent themselves according to the prevailing fashion, we have never deviated from our core mission. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street, Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Go Mustangs!
So Monte Vista, San Ramon, scoreless. It is 2nd and 2 for the Wolves. I'm Chris Babcock, joined by Craig Bergman here on NorCal Sports TV. Little inside run. And it'll be a chain-moving first down for San Ramon. Hyman moving the chains.
You know, and San Ramon trying to impose their will up front with their big fellas, trying to knock Monte Vista's defensive lineman off the football, and they do a nice job there creating a scene.
In that particular time, the Monte Vista defensive linemen, instead of taking guys on and shedding, they're moving to taking a side. And when you take a side, you're going to lose every single time. First down for the Wolves.
And they're playing a little bit too high. They popped up in their stance. They got to play with better pad level.
You don't want Pop-Tarts, you want Root Hogs. 1st and 10, Quigley. Quick completion to Kenny with a right hook on the stiff arm. Kenny with his 16th reception of the game, or of the season. That goes for 17 yards and a first down. You got to like the stiff arm out here.
Oh, and a nice throw. Quigley gets the ball out of his hands really quickly. And a nice job using the stiff arm. But he set him up with his feet.
Yes,
he watched
did.
his feet. He did a really wonderful job with that.
I like Coach Becker. You're going to give me 7-yard cushion. I'm going to take advantage of it. Second completion on that same route. And the Wolves are in Mustang territory. Hyman and Christian Luciano came all the way down from a safety position to make that last play.
Well, and somebody up in the box, I'm sure, is going to see that. So don't be surprised
Play
to
pass?
see a play pass over the top here coming up.
Luciano had 13 tackles and a TFL last week. A TFL is a tackle for loss last week against Clayton Valley. 2-by-2 set, empty backfield for the Wolves. And then Kenny's got to come out because his knee pads, we always just love this so much, have raised above his knees, and he's taken out of the game. Light hands for the Wolves, empty backfield, going to be a quick pass. Mustangs are playing way off, and it's an in window. And it's a first down. So the nice setup by the Wolves. Casey Cummings with the reception.
And you said it, light hands. It's going to show you pass, and they're doing that for a reason. They want you to pass rush, and they want to invite you up the field and then suck you in, throw it right over the top for the quick screen.
I liked what Cummings did. He caught the ball and stayed in the middle. That's why it's called a middle screen. Got right up the field. A couple of big chunk plays for the Wolves, and we mentioned sell out on the run, but you still have to defend the pass. Coach Becker, very capable play caller, and like you'd mentioned, this might be a chance for them to play pass as Luciano's been sneaking up in the box. A little wing set. I like to run naked out of this. And that's what it's a throwback. Wheel route is intercepted by Regina. The 40, the 50, the 40. We got a penalty flag down. It'll be a block in the back, but the Mustangs, Regina, completely read that. That's our old Wolverine throwback.
They sniffed it out. They tried to run the back out of the backfield on a wheel route, drag everybody else across, and give it the naked action, as you said. You called it right before that. Really nice job.
Naked action, but Regina stayed at home. If we can get one more look at this. They're trying to throw back the wheel route to the running back, but Regina stays right there.
And a really ill-advised
And
throw.
there's the block in the back. Didn't even need to do it, but the Mustangs will take over.
And that's a sophomore mistake.
Yep.
You're gonna get that out of sophomores. You're gonna get some great plays.
It wasn't as crisp of a setup play as they'd have with those hitch routes and the last screen. So the Mustangs will get the ball on their own 40-yard line as both quarterbacks have thrown interceptions, and we had mentioned that is the fourth interception by Quigley in his last 5 games. Stewartson has thrown an interception in every game, multiple interceptions in games this year. Empty backfield for the Mustangs, 1st and 10. Stewartson, quick throw to Oliphant, but he's well defended. But there is a couple of other guys open. I don't know if he made the right read on that play.
Well, he's reading the middle linebacker, and if he goes, he's going to basically read which way that guy's going, and he's going to go away from him. He made the right read. It was actually really well defended. Got to see a little bit crisper route out of Jacob.
Mustangs will stay with this empty set. And it's a quarterback draw with Stewartson and picks up 6 yards. He's now has picked up 14 yards rushing early for Monte Vista, which I think will bode well for them in the long run.
Love that play call. Sets up a lot of things for the future. And now they got to defend that as well.
Pretty good blocking. If Cribb throws a little bit better block in space, Stewartson might have picked up the first down. 3rd and 4 for the Mustangs. They'll continue with the empty set, playing with a little bit more tempo. En route to Oliphant, and he gets up the field and picks up the first down.
We both kind of cringed there. He started running backwards, just like we talked about before. But he realized it. He got his nose up the field and got the first down.
This is a route that Sam Dessaw ran about 100 times for us many years ago. And I like how Oliphant finally got upfield, planted a foot in the ground, and picks up the first down.
His
third reception of the game.
Those 4- and 5-yard receptions can turn into 50- and 60-yard plays.
Mustangs will continue with the tempo, continue with the empty backfield. Stewartson has got time, flush from the pocket, and then pulls up. If he just keeps running and attacks the sideline here, the worst case, it's an incomplete pass, maybe a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Attack that line of scrimmage. He's got a lot of green out there. Just run to the green, be a threat to run and pass. When you pull up like that, the pursuit's going to get you every time. You've got to keep going on the move.
Ryan Jaffray with the sack. Cribb moves back into the backfield. It's 2nd and 17. Sprint right. Throws it to Shea. Gets up the field and picks up a huge gain on first down. And might have got even more if he'd have got the ball out to him sooner. The old 58 sprint coach, why flat?
Coach Rusty and I talk all the time, and what do you do in a situation like this? You don't try and get it all back at once. You try and pick it away. You throw a 4 or 5 yard route that turns into a 14-yard gain.
Subtle move. Can we see that one more time? Watch Shea in space while he's running. Continue to use his hands and shed off the defender.
Just a nice physical run right there. Got up the field north-south.
3rd and short for the Mustangs. Pitch out. It's a play pass. Little trickeration. Great job by the San Ramon defense to read that. I didn't go with the circus music. Coach Rusty taking a shot on the halfback pass to Cribb.
Well, if you watch Cribb, I never believed that he was running that football. And that's part of it. If you're going to be successful with that play, the running backs got to do a better job of making it look like run. You got to suck those defensive backs up and then throw over the top of them. In that situation, he probably should have just tucked it and ran back to the line of scrimmage and got what he
Jared Kinney with the pass defense. He has 4 interceptions and a block punt this year. 4th and short. RPO and Murphy was all over it. So the Mustangs get the turnover, put together some first downs, and then they go RPO on 4th down, and Murphy stays right at home.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No fake.
There was no fake, and I'm not sure if that was a called quarterback run, or if Jack was reading the defensive end. If he was reading the defensive end, he made obviously the wrong choice. He should have given the ball. But
credit Murphy for staying at home.
Stayed home, and once again, I don't know what the play call was, whether it was an option or whether it was just a straight quarterback run.
San Ramon with the football I formation. Imagine they'll go back to their stretch run game, and they do. And Hyman cuts up inside, and picks up a nice gain on first down. It'll be 2nd and 5. But if that, regardless of it is, Cribb's got to be a threat on the fake. And when you don't really sell the fake, and Murphy was watching the running back, and he saw that Cribb didn't have the football, stayed at home, and made the play. So Hyman picks up 5 or 6 on first down, and the Wolves are doing pretty good job on first down and getting positive yardage.
They are, and defensively they're doing a great job of stepping up on 4th down.
And the Wolves only have 10 men on the field, and they'll call a timeout. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal SportsTV and EdTV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Ed Milan has over 15 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Going through life changes and wondering how to navigate through your finances? His approach is to help you use your money to match your values so you can live the life you dreamed of. Together, you will develop your financial roadmap and implement an investment strategy to help accomplish your goals. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan from the Lotus Group at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision.
So you're either watching this game on our youtube.com channel /NorCal Sports TV, or you're watching on Comcast or ATTUverse, EdTV, Contra Costa County Education Television. Appreciate their partnership. Run along the left side, and a familiar name to us, San Ramon football, Charlie Tagliaferri with the carry, and picks up a nice gain along the edge. Junior running back.
Seems like there's been a Tagliaferri just about every year.
Quality kids, very good lacrosse players. The older brother, believe, went to North Carolina. And Charlie's pretty good football and lacrosse player himself. Picks up the first down, giving Hyman a quick breather. Play repeater. Hyman picks up 4.
Another good first down gain.
So the Wolves have hit him with consecutive stretch runs to the boundary. And Murphy doing a good job of blocking the edge, completely blew out Schriefer off the edge. If you cannot seal the edge, and we saw this last year during the playoff game, you cannot stop the stretch run game.
Well, and they're really starting to take that stretch run and cutting it back inside where they have the big size advantage.
Murphy wing set here. And they repeat the play, and Hyman does a nice job of cutting up field. Down to the 20-yard line, Mandello with the tackle, but Hyman picks up a nice chunk, picks up 11 yards, and another San Ramon Valley first down, and Hyman looks like he's shaken up a little bit.
Once again, there's the stretch play, the
unbalanced line, zone, coach, unbalanced line.
Outside zone to the left. And they're cutting it back, and there's no
repeat that play. We'll watch 61. They've got it. They're going unbalanced set here, and they bring over the tackle and Murphy. So it's a nice strong run formation, and you can't give a 4-foot seam for that kid to run through. He's going to beat you every time. Mustangs pulling flags, and Tagliaferri doing a great job of keeping his feet moving and running through what we used to call arm tackles.
Well, we said it, and we ran this play for a long time, and we saw a lot of the same results. It's difficult defensively because there is no wrong answer. Offensively, you can cut it back, you can stay outside, and it's very difficult to defend.
If you have running backs, which San Ramon has a couple of them that have good vision, they're not going to run past you, but they'll run through you. And they're showing that early on. Nice drive for the Wolves. They took this ball on their own 43-yard line, and they've already worked nearly 3 minutes off the clock. And the Wolves will get the ball to start the second half. I formation for Coach Becker and the San Ramon Valley Wolves. Hand count in the back official. Maybe we'll get a delay of game here. It's a play pass into the end zone. Rivas knocks it away. We talked about Murphy being a threat in the red zone. As you watch the replay, a lot of white jerseys.
3 guys around him, and I got to credit him. He goes up and does a nice job of trying to get it at the high point. Great big kid. Either he was going to catch it or nobody else was going to catch it.
Rivas does a good job. Mustangs saw that play. Connor Shea runs a good corner route. Murphy did a nice job on that corner route. Inside release, got back to the outside. 3rd and 6. Now, one of the keys to the game is for Coach Becker, when they get inside the red zone, is to score touchdowns. 3rd and 6. Quigley gets flushed from the pocket. Shakes Connor Shea. Shakes another tackler. He's short of the first down. But watch the sophomore. I don't like his ball protection here, but watch him run right around Connor Shea.
Well, and then he does a nice little ball
right
fake,
here.
A little ball fake right there. Just having the threat of the ball right there forces Connor to slow down.
Neely with the sure tackle in space. It's 4th and 1, and I imagine Coach Becker is going to take his time, and they're going to go for it here.
And let's see if Monte Vista can
4th and 1. Can you win the line of scrimmage? One of the keys for San Ramon coming into this game. Mustangs got 5 stops last week on 4th down.
And we talked about the fullback, and I'd certainly
he's going to get some love. That's
here.
Illegal formation. That's an illegal procedure on the Wolves, and I'll show you why. Legitimate play for a first down, but there is a San Ramon Valley Wolf going down right there in a 3-point stance and a guy in motion at the same time. I don't know if it makes a difference in the play, but it's a first down, San Ramon Valley.
Really nice job by the running back of putting his foot in the ground and getting north-south.
Knowing the situation.
We had a man run free, had a chance to make the play in the backfield. He cut it up and got the yard needed.
9-yard line, 1st and goal for the Wolves. And they'll stay with this I formation. I imagine they're going to run either a naked to Murphy out in the flat, or they're going to run the stretch play to the left to the boundary. Light hands for Murphy. It's the stretch play. And we've got a hold on San Ramon Valley. This will come back.
I thought they got away with the hold a couple plays ago running the same play, and you're going to get holds when you run the zone. And it's just a matter of whether they get called or not.
That's a takedown. And if you keep your hands inside, it's fine. But once your hand is outside the shoulder and the umpire sees that, it's going to get called 98% of the time.
We talk about the framework of the body. If you keep your hands within the framework of the body,
inside the shoulders,
you usually won't get called. If the hands slip and get outside, you've got to immediately pull it back inside the framework of the body in order not to get called. I do believe that was my nephew who just got called for a hold.
Kyle Ecker, seen him grow into, now I have to look up to him. Big fella, junior. Kyle Ecker, number 75. Wolves in the pistol formation. Murphy on the right. Kenny at the bottom of the screen getting pressed along the line of scrimmage. It's 1st and goal from the 20. Don't have to pick it all up in one play. Mustangs showing blitz. They come. And nice job by Quigley. Second time the Mustangs have had a chance to get him in the backfield, and they don't. And here's the result. It's a positive gain. Quigley's got to come out for a play.
Well, if you see it right here, when you're blitzing like that, if you get past the first level, you're going to get into the secondary pretty quickly. And he does a nice job of eluding that first guy. He's done it 2 times in a row now and gotten back and got positive yardage.
So Quigley San Ramon Valley calls a timeout. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV and Ed TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Ned Milan has over 15 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Going through life changes and wondering how to navigate through your finances? His approach is to help you use your money to match your values so you can live the life you dreamed of. Together, you will develop your financial roadmap and implement an investment strategy to help accomplish your goals. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan from the Lotus Group at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision.
Too fast of a half.
That's it.
Too fast of a half. Cal High leads over Foothill 10-6. So Quigley gets his elbow fixed. Believe he might have had some blood, but he picks up a nice 5-yard gain. However, if he doesn't possess that ball much better and the Mustangs actually do break down in space, there's an opportunity, not a sponsor, a Popeye chicken strip. Murphy out to the right. A lot of times they like to throw the fade to the big fella out towards the Monte Vista bench.
Or come back to the middle screen that they had good success on.
And they're setting them up for it. Quigley, short route, and Connor Shea's all over it. The Mustang defense sinks and then rallies up to the football, and the completion.
Really nice job, and I would expect the same type of defense on this play. Don't let them get behind you. It's 3rd down and goal. You know, and if you're San Ramon, you're thinking, okay, do we get enough back to where we want to go for it on 4th down, or are we just going to be happy with a field goal attempt?
Okay, so it's 3rd and 12. Let's say San Ramon doesn't pick up the first down. Do you call a timeout if you're Coach Russi here?
It depends, obviously, if they throw or run the ball. If they run the ball, I would seriously consider taking a timeout.
They're setting them up for the middle screen here to the boundary. Rachita misses the opportunity for the sack, and Quigley throws to Murphy. Touchdown, San Ramon Valley. The 3rd time the Mustangs had a potential sack go awry because Quigley is winning the game in space.
Well, Nate Rachita has him dead to rights in the backfield. Should have him for about a 7 or 8 yard loss. Instead, he spins out of it. He does not wrap up.
That's a sophomore.
And that's a sophomore making a very nice play.
Quigley to Murphy on a 15-yard touchdown pass, and San Ramon leads 7-0. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV and Ed TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Investment Company is a Northern California-based investment firm pursuing value-add commercial and residential real estate opportunities. A key ingredient to ACRE's investment model is the development of strong relationships with stable tenants that have a mutual strategic interest in our real estate acquisitions. These tenant relationships, paired with our financing expertise and the creation of capital-efficient debt structures, has created an impressive track record of strong risk-adjusted or equity sources. Learn more at acrecorporation.com. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management.
Fit Pro Go, the most delicious shake ever. Who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game? And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 35 years. 47-yard drive for San Ramon Valley, 5 minutes and 34 seconds. Fair catch by the Mustangs, and they'll take over on their own 33-yard line.
Plenty of time left.
A lot of time, 2 minutes, and the Mustangs have 2 timeouts left, and they'll take over on their own 34-yard line. They have moved the ball, but when it's come to 3rd and short and 4th and short, have not succeeded. So they're back to the empty set. Cribb and Rivas towards the San Ramon bench. Shea, Rachina, and Oliphant. Quick throw to Cribb. Gets immediately up the field. Picks up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
No, good first down play. Keep with it. Don't be afraid to throw the underneath stuff. Pick up the tempo. Keep them without not being able to substitute.
You'd like to get some kind of score here before the end of the half. San Ramon gets the ball to open the second half. Stewartson steps up in the pocket. Shallow cross to Rachina. Moves the chains. Picks up 10 and another first down, which will stop the clock temporarily. You get in your tempo, get the play call, and get things going.
And you keep hitting these underneath things. Sooner or later, second half, first half, we have not a lot of time left, you're going to pop a deep one.
Empty backfield. Stewartson. Cribb in motion. All day to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Good ball to Shea. Breaks the tackle. The 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, and he's out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Connor Shea showing his ability of catching the ball and then finishing the play.
And Jack with a nice job stepping up, not in any hurry. If you remember a couple weeks ago when we had him on, he was moving around. He'd take that drop when they were rushing 3. He would get happy feet. He didn't get it there. He stepped up, really delivered the ball.
.46-yard gain to Shea, and you want to score a touchdown. Plenty of time. Oliphant in motion. Toss to Cribb, and that play not looking very good, but Cribb keeps moving his feet and picks up positive yardage, but there's not much room to the boundary.
Not only is there not much room, they don't have the numbers. They don't have the numbers to block what they have. San Ramon, you'll see, they don't adjust with that motion. They've got too many guys over there to be able to run that play. You got to make an adjustment at halftime. Go with that motion, run the other way.
And Coach Russi will call a timeout. So let's talk about this. So normally Sunday the NCS playoffs would be announced, but since we've had the tragic Kincaid fire and all sorts of things going on in Northern California, the NCS, I think, has made a great decision and says, you know what, instead of the regular season ending tomorrow, the regular season is going to be next Saturday, and then the seedings will be announced then, and then the first playoff games will be November 15th and November 16th. Quality decision for the NCS where things have just been different in prayers and thoughts. And all the best was we have friends and family that are affected up in Sonoma County by the Kincaid fire, but I think they made a great decision.
Great decision. And this has been a couple of strange years, obviously, with the wildfires. We had the same situation last year. And it gives those kids an opportunity, to play an extra game that they might have missed due to a fire. And I think it's just the right thing to do.
So we've seen the Mustangs fake a screen and then throw the corner route to Racina on this. Let's see what they do. You don't want to take a sack. Stewartson's going to run for it. And he's down to the 1. Got plenty of time with 1 timeout left. Under 40 seconds now.
No hurry. You got call your normal offense. You don't have to rush it with 1 timeout left. The question is going to be if they don't get it here, do they go for it on 4th down or settle for a field goal attempt?
It's 3rd and 2. Empty backfield. Less than 20 seconds left. And then we've got a timeout. You want to be sure down here.
You want to be sure, but you kind of like to have that one in your back pocket because, as you look at it, now you're in a fast field goal type situation. If you run the football and you don't get it, then you've got to get your field goal team out there quickly. Obviously, if you throw the football, you've got to make sure you're talking to your quarterback here. You can't take a sack.
But I like the decision that Jack made under the situation of putting the ball under his armpit and picking up positive yardage.
Absolutely.
3rd and 2. San Ramon just scored. If you're just joining us, I'm Chris Babcock, joined by Craig Berkman. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV and also our partners at EdTV. It's 3rd and 2 with just under 20 seconds left in the half. And as we're looking at the NCS playoffs, if Monte Vista wins, they're going to be a top 4 seed. I believe the winner of this game is going to be a top 4 seed in the playoffs. I'm thinking, and I think we agree a little bit on this, is that the winner of this game could just be the host of this game repeating itself in 2 weeks.
It could be. And the North Coast section has liked to do that in the past. It's an attractive matchup for them.
Obviously even though San Ramon leads 7-0. Now the Mustangs have run quarterback draw out of this. Empty backfield. Stewartson. To Shea, touchdown Monte Vista! And then he spikes the ball, and that'll be a penalty. We won't get on that one yet, but watch Stewartson throw a dart to Shea. Shea's lined up on the left hash, runs an in route, Coach.
Yeah, he does a nice job of getting behind that defensive player. The defensive player, it looked like he reached a little bit and grabbed on him. I like the fact that those guys that the referees are letting them play, but you got to be able to see that as well.
Connor Shea is 4th TD in his last 5 games. This was the Connor Shea receiving drill. He caught the ball for the 48-yard gain, then finishes with the 2-yard touchdown reception. Stewartson with his 25th touchdown pass of the season.
If I'm San Ramon, I'm taking that penalty right there on this kick.
Especially with a sophomore kicker.
With a sophomore kicker and the fact that you don't have a lot of time left anyway. You're probably going to take a knee. You should take it right there on that.
And you don't see that often. And I think a lot of it gets down to assumption there.
You can't assume that you're going to make an extra point.
No, you can't.
And a 15-yard penalty in high school from that spot, you're going to be kicking the ball. The ball's going to be snapped from the 18-yard line now, making it a true 35-yard field goal, 35, 36-yard field goal. Not a lot of high school kids can do that.
He missed a 37-yarder. Price did make his first field goal of the season. He's now 25 of 30 on the PATs. But Connor Shea, I know everybody likes him as a linebacker, and Nevada and all sorts of schools have offered him. But I really think he is a threat as a tight end, Coach. And I love how he comes back to the football here on the in route. He really came back like a magnet.
He attacked the ball. And, he attacked it kind of like he plays defense. He's a very aggressive football player. And he attacked the ball like you would as a defender attacking a running back.
So the Mustangs go 66 yards on nearly a minute and 49 seconds, and we had talked about the tempo. Well, Mustangs, you can't go much faster than they went, and they got their first touchdown of the game. Price with the short kick. And nice tackle in space by, I know he's wanted to play more this year, but Mr. Perry has done a good job on special team, recovered a fumble last week, and Tyler gets the tackle here in space. The senior was one of those sophomores, 8 sophomores that were brought up to the varsity, and he's done a really good job on special teams these last 3 or 4 games. The Wolves going to take a knee.
I got to believe they are. I mean, 11 seconds left. There's not much they can do. Their offense isn't built for this. I don't know if any offense is built for this.
I'd have been pulling at your shirt. Coach, you got a shot. They're going to take a knee.
Maybe if we had Sam Desau out there who could run by just about anybody, we'd give it a shot.
And the Wolves will take the last possession of the quarter, and they'll take a knee, and it's 7-all here at halftime. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists, is brought to you in part by Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Sweeney Kovar, accountants and advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Spitz Jewelers, it's almost that time to go down and buy the miss of something, making memories for 73 years. Ned Milan at the Lotus Group, Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management. Fit Pro Go, the most delicious shake ever. The question is, Craig Bergman, who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game? And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 35 years. We're at halftime here at San Ramon Valley High School, where we're all tied at 7. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV and Ed TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
We're here to play the game, and when the unexpected happens, we are here for you. Muir Orthopedic Specialists are the leading experts in sports medicine, providing comprehensive care at 5 convenient Bay Area locations. We also offer advanced digital imaging, specialized urgent care, and physical therapy at our state-of-the-art facilities. Our staff puts you first with high-quality, compassionate care. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, here to help you get back in the game. Learn more at muirortho.com.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specializing in orthopedic treatment and care through physical therapy, reconditioning, pain management, and surgery, with over 20 doctors in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Brentwood, and Concord. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, restoring strength, health, and mobility. Go to muirortho.com for more information and testimonials from patients. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors have been serving families and businesses in the Tri-Valley since 1984. All of your accounting, tax, and financial planning needs can be addressed by the friendly CPAs at Sweeney Kovar. Conveniently located in Danville, let Sweeney Kovar be your trusted advisor, enable you to keep the important financial promises you have made to your loved ones. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs.
Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. While many are tempted to reinvent themselves according to the prevailing fashion, we have never deviated from our core mission. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street, Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Go Mustangs! Ned Milan has over 15 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Going through life changes and wondering how to navigate through your finances? His approach is to help you use your money to match your value so you can live the life you dreamed of. Together, you will develop your financial roadmap and implement an investment strategy to help accomplish your goals. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan from the Lotus Group at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company is a Northern California-based investment firm pursuing value-add commercial and residential real estate opportunities. A key ingredient to Acre's investment model is the development of strong relationships with stable tenants that have a mutual strategic interest in our real estate acquisitions. These tenant relationships, paired with our financing expertise and the creation of capital-efficient debt structures, has created an impressive track record of strong risk-adjusted or equity sources. Learn more at acrecorporation.com. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management.
Does your protein shake have the real symbol? And how does it taste? Isn't it about time we all got real?
We're here to play the game, and when the unexpected happens, we are here for you. Muir Orthopedic Specialists are the leading experts in sports medicine, providing comprehensive care at 5 convenient Bay Area locations. We also offer advanced digital imaging, specialized urgent care, and physical therapy at our state-of-the-art facilities. Our staff puts you first with high-quality, compassionate care. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, here to help you get back in the game. Learn more at muirortho.com.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists specialize in orthopedic treatment and care through physical therapy, reconditioning, pain management, and surgery with over 20 doctors in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Brentwood, and Concord. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, restoring strength, health, and mobility. Go to muirortho.com for more information and testimonials from patients. Muir Orthopedic Specialist, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors have been serving families and businesses in the Tri-Valley since 1984. All of your accounting, tax, and financial planning needs can be addressed by the friendly CPAs at Sweeney Kovar. Conveniently located in Danville, let Sweeney Kovar be your trusted advisor, enable you to keep the important financial promises you have made to your loved ones. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs.
Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. While many are tempted to reinvent themselves according to the prevailing fashion, we have never deviated from our core mission. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street, Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Go Mustangs! Ned Milan has over 15 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Going through life changes and wondering how to navigate through your finances? His approach is to help you use your money to match your value so you can live the life you dreamed of. Together, you will develop your financial roadmap and implement an investment strategy to help accomplish your goals. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan from the Lotus Group at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company is a Northern California-based investment firm pursuing value-add commercial and residential real estate opportunities. A key ingredient to Acre's investment model is the development of strong relationships with stable tenants that have a mutual strategic interest in our real estate acquisitions. These tenant relationships, paired with our financing expertise and the creation of capital-efficient debt structures, has created an impressive track record of strong risk-adjusted or equity sources. Learn more at acrecorporation.com. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management.
Does your protein shake have the real symbol? And how does it taste? Isn't it about time we all got real?
So we're still here at halftime. It'll be an extended halftime. I'm Chris Babcock, joined by former Monte Vista head football coach, my partner in crime, the former Roadshow, Craig Bergman. Not much scoring that went on until the 2-minute mark, where Quigley to Murphy on a great scramble play, and we'll show you some highlights here in a second. But Quigley could have been sacked. He has escaped 3 or 4 times big plays, potential big plays for Monte Vista. Regina had a chance for the sack, didn't get it, and Quigley hit Murphy, their red zone target.
Been great with his feet. We talk about it with Jack all year long, being good with your feet. I think Quigley's done a really nice job. In the backfield, we've gotten guys free, and he's been able to slip out of it. He's very quick, very elusive, and he's used his feet to his advantage.
So I would remember sometimes we would be telling guys, blitz, but blitz in control. You're getting there, but you're not finishing the play. You're running yourself out of the play, and you're coming a little bit out of control. When you're the faster runner, you don't need to be out of control.
And not only that, you don't need the kill shot.
Just need to sack him.
You just need to tackle him. And when you got a free run, the tendency is to get excited. You see, oh boy, I got a clean look on this guy, and you maybe you leave your feet a little bit early, which you should never do anyway. Instead of just coming to balance, wrapping up, and taking him down.
So he makes that play against Foothill, doesn't make it against San Ramon because it's the big Danville rivalry. Then Monte Vista gets the football back with 2 minutes left. And Connor Shea for a 48-yard gain on the deep end route of the tight end did a great job of getting down to the goal line. Then Jack Stewartson did a good job on second down to pick up to get it down to the 2-yard line. But then Stewartson to Shea on the timing route. But Shea coming back to the football like a magnet.
Just a great job by him. I mean, nice job by Jack, too, of putting the ball where only he could catch it, but Connor attacked it. He did a nice job in the back of the end zone of getting behind the defender and getting lost and then coming back to the football.
Subtle eye movement allowed the passing lane to be created, and then Stewartson delivered with a dime. So we're all tied up at 7. San Ramon Valley, 6-3. 2-1. We're not going to count the De La Salle game as a league game. They're 2-1. Common opponents. San Ramon beat Cal. San Ramon beat Clayton Valley. San Ramon lost to Foothill. Monte Vista's 3-0 against those teams. But Coach Bergman and I both think the winner of this game is going to be in the 4th seed. And more than likely, they're going to match up again either on the 15th or the 16th of November.
Yeah, it's amazing the parity in the league. As you say, you take De La Salle out of the equation.
The neighborhood league. Our neighborhood league.
And the 4 teams, the 5 teams that you mentioned, you got to throw Clayton Valley in there as well.
Sure.
But every game's been close. All of them have been competitive. We look down, we see Foothills playing Cal Hall tonight, another competitive game, and it's been really entertaining to watch, and probably one of the more equal years that I've seen in a long time.
So back in the day, 12, 14 years ago, this game could have an automatic berth. Both these teams are going to get in the playoffs, but I love how you mentioned about the games have been very, very close, and this game it's always a one-score game. So winning on 3rd down, Monte Vista's done a good job of that tempo, Coach. Talk about how we'd like to see a little more tempo out of the Mustangs.
We talked about it. One of the keys to the game, I think, is controlling the speed of the game. And I think Monte Vista showed there in the last 2-minute drive, when they do pick up the tempo, how effective they can be. San Ramon's really been trying to substitute a lot of players in and out of the defense. And if you pick up the tempo, they're not going to have the time to be able to do that. and it forces them to do some things that they don't want to do. I would expect Monte Vista, after having success with that 2-minute drive, to come out and pick up their tempo in the second half and start doing what they did more of in that last drive.
So the winner of this game, as we mentioned, the playoffs are pushed back. The decisions of the teams has been pushed back a week. So the regular season will end next Saturday. The seeding meeting will take place on Sunday, and the first round of the NCS playoffs will be either November 15th or November 16th. So check the CIFNCS.org website for more information. This is the 58th meeting between these two schools. Monte Vista holds the edge in the Gelderman Trophy game, 29-21-1. Overall, Monte Vista leads 30-26-1. The Wolves have won 7 out of the last 10 and have won the last 3 in a row. And the big fella was 13-12 in this matchup. And this game is always one to remember by, and we have not seen the best football played from these teams yet. I would imagine the second half to see more scoring and bigger plays. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV.
In the box, you have to be able to run it effectively.
There's only 3 guys within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage. Curl route to Shea, and it's intercepted. Pop-Tarts, you want root hogs. 1st and 10, Quigley. Quick completion to Kenny with a right hook. Wheel route is intercepted by Rachida. The 40, the 50, the 40. We got a penalty flag down. It'll be a block. With the pass defense, he has 4 interceptions and a block punt this year. 4th and short. RPO to and Murphy. Quigley gets flushed from the pocket. Shakes Connor. Shea shakes another tackler. He shouldn't play. Mustangs showing blitz. They come. And nice job by Quigley. To the boundary. Rachida misses the opportunity for the sack. And Quigley throws. All day to throw, steps up in the pocket. Good ball to Shea. Breaks the tackle. The 30, the 20, the 15, the 10. Empty backfield. Stewartson. To Shea. Touchdown, Monte Vista. And then he spikes the ball. So Monte Vista is tied with San Ramon. The Wolves will get the opening kick. Turnover ratio, even tonight, but San Ramon is +6 on the season. Monte Vista is -6. Jack Stewartson's thrown 25 touchdown passes, but 17 INTs, but made some better decisions in that last drive. And we talked about the tempo. San Ramon Valley is they're running that 3-man line, but then they're trying to substitute a lot. So when you tempo, it's tough to substitute.
It's tough because the referee's going to set the ball quicker. The defense doesn't have a chance to get different players out there. So you're constantly having to run the same defense. And if you're Monte Vista, you know what you're going to get. You know exactly where they're going to be because the defense can't get a defensive call in, so they're forced to call a vanilla defense. And if you pick up the tempo and you stay with that, then it's really going to create havoc on their defense.
So 2 touchdown passes to the tight ends, Stewartson to Shea to tie it up, and then the sophomore Quigley to the junior Murphy. And we're all tied at 7. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists, is brought to you in part by Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Ned Milan at the Lotus Group, Morgan Stanley, seeking to help seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Group, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management. Fit Pro Go, who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game, the most delicious shake ever? Who will be our player of the game? So far, the tight ends are in running for that. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 35 years. This game in Monte Vista football history is brought to you by our alumni partner, Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley. The date was November 11th. Monte Vista got the ball trailing San Ramon Valley 33-31 with 70 seconds left in the game. Jeff Locke worked the under 2-minute offense to perfection, setting up McKay Red's game-winning field goal with 9 seconds left to get the road win here at San Ramon and secure the Gelderman Trophy 34-33. Jeff Locke threw for 318 yards, 2 touchdowns, one to Mason Millen and one to Dan Scritchfield. Troy Johnson had 18 yards rushing, 45 passing on the trick play, and 137 yards receiving. Dan Scritchfield had 11 receptions, which was the all-time high, tied with a number of receivers in this game, in this matchup. Dan that year had the second biggest receiving year in the history of the school, 99 receptions. The season all-time leader, Bryce McGovern with 106. That is our Morgan Stanley alumni partner, Ned Milan, this game in Monte Vista football history. So the playoffs, you're talking playoffs, De La Salle's going to be the 1 seed.
And everybody else is fighting to get on the other side. Let's be honest about that.
It's 7 neighborhood teams against you've got 7 neighborhood teams. You've got 2 seed will beat Pittsburgh. 3rd seed will beat Liberty. They beat Monte Vista. 4th seed will be the winner of this game. 5th seed will be the loser of this game. You've got somewhere between. You've got Cal, James Logan, who's having a nice year. You've got Amador Valley. So but you want to avoid playing the Mean Green Machine as late as possible.
You fight to get that.
You want to win the public
2, 3, 6 seed.
We know those numbers
2,
well.
3, 6, and 7 seeds. Those are the ones that are on the opposite side of the bracket.
So there is the Gelderman Trophy. The winner of this game will get the Gelderman Trophy. Gelderman family helped develop Round Hill and a lot of real estate in the Danville area. The trophy has been named after the Gelderman family, and that's the one trophy that you want to get at the end of this in the football season. You want to get a Gelderman Trophy, and in the old days, you double it up and get an NCS trophy. But with the Big Green Machine being out there, that becomes a tough, tall task.
Well, it's and with the playoffs changing this year, a new format as opposed to what it's been in the past. Now you've got 8 teams is all. It used to be 8 teams way back in the day. And it's a little bit more difficult to make the playoffs, and it's certainly more difficult to get into where you can move on to the state championships much more than it had been in the past.
We have the Toyota contest for the field goal, and it almost hits a Monte Vista player. Now, last year...
That's a letter.
Last year... I believe Chase Salisbury made the field goal.
And it was a little bit fishy.
It was fishy, but it's okay. That's okay. He's now a sophomore. We have both teams have sophomore kickers. And both of these coaches, Matt Russey played for us at Monte Vista, was a coordinator for us at Monte Vista, now the head coach. Aaron Becker, 97 alum of San Ramon Valley, played here. was a coordinator here and now the head coach. So Aaron Becker is in his 6th season as a head coach, former Wolf quarterback. They are the defending 2018 NCS champions. In one play, Monte Vista's up and gets a late hit on a 4th down play, and then things turned for the worse for Monte Vista and for the best for San Ramon, and they took that momentum and got the Gelderman Trophy and the NCS Championship Trophy last season. So 7-all, extra long halftime here. Some statistics thanks to Phil Jensen of the Bay Area News Group. Total yards for Monte Vista, 135 total yards for Monte Vista. San Ramon has 127. Shea, 3 catches for 63 yards. Hyman, 36 yards rushing. Quigley, 6 for 9, 59 yards, a touchdown and an interception. Kenny with 3 receptions and 35 yards. And once again, want to thank our partners at EdTV for telecasting this game on Comcast Channel 32 or ATU verse 99, the Contra Costa Office of Education, EdTV. Follow us on social media. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Doesn't cost you any money. YouTube.com/NorCal Sports TV. You'll get alerts of games. Our basketball season kicks off on Sunday. Tomorrow we've got Fresno City College versus Modesto JC. The winner of that game is probably going to win the Valley Conference and have a shot at a NorCal playoff game. You got Chabot hosting City College of San Francisco. So we've got a lot of great things going on. And we just got a text from one of our all-time favorite players, the Hammer, Nate Landman. Thanks for the text, Nate. We got Jay Kaner here, transferring from Washington to Fresno State, throwing some balls at halftime. Sam DeSa's in the house, a lot of alumni. And this game brings out the best. Just talking to Harmon Bruno right before the game.
Terrific player.
And it's all these guys, and I know he's watching in Texas. Corbin Laux, our favorite San Ramon Valley quarterback. Everybody thinks, oh, geez, San Ramon. Hey, when we first got here, we, anti-San Ramon. But you know what? We've aged. We've matured a little bit. And you just realize how lucky you are to have a rival 2.3 miles away, and the fun of this game and everybody knowing each other. And what this game gets down to, and we've attended a few weddings of former players, and then we have the Hall of Fame thing. This gets talked about. So it was telling some of the Monte Vista players, in 15 years when one of these San Ramon, and they have buddies on San Ramon, gets married, and you get the win in this game, like Corbin Laux did when he was at Brandon Sweeney's wedding. Mm-hmm. And the whole world might be laughing at you because you went to San Ramon Valley, but if you got the win as a senior in this game, you'll just sit there and take it. I remember the Hall of Fame induction. Corbin was sitting there, and all these families, I married a San Ramon guy, a gal, whatever it was. And then Corbin the whole time with that Cheshire smile, smile, knowing I not only beat you in the regular season, but I also beat you in the playoffs. So, Corbin, there's a little long-distance love from the Monte Vista coaches to you in Texas.
Well, it's the same kid.
Yes.
Monte Vista, San Ramon.
Yes.
They've known each other for all their entire careers.
Yes.
Growing up playing Pop Warner together, playing Little League together, CYO basketball. And then they go to different schools, and they still remain friends. And it's a heated rivalry. But we always laugh after the game. You see everybody and all the hugs and high fives and from both sides. And it's a extremely fun game, and you want to win and you want to beat the tar out of the other team every time. But afterwards, it's a very civil rivalry.
And I remember when we first got into this, we pulled off all stops. I remember the first year we played here, and Cook and Milan and Buchanan and
I can't
Freddie
believe
Fu
we
and
won that many games with Buchanan at quarterback.
all those games, and in the police escort and the flares and the guys getting excited and leaving those memories. And then what happened? We gave up a flat route for a touchdown the first play of the game, but then we rallied back and got the win. But it's a special game, and we're going to see a lot of exciting plays before this is over. Nate Price will kick off for the Mustangs. And also listening long distance, one of our best offensive linemen in the history of the school, Corey Luciano, proud Husky. Squib kick. 15. And we've got a penalty. I think we've got a late hit post-play penalty on San Ramon Valley.
And that really helps Monte Vista. I mean, when you squib kick like that, the goal of the squib kick is to get it all the way to the back level. If you don't get it to the back level, the up backs are going to get it. They're going to get terrific field position. Now with this penalty, it's going to push them back where that normally would be.
Watch the end of this penalty. Right there. Right there, just out of the screen. That's a costly penalty. So instead of having the football on the 41-yard line, you get it on your own 26. But if you're going to squib it, you've got to get it to that back line, because if you don't, that's the result. But if you have, and San Ramon has had some big mistakes tonight. Hyman tackled for a loss. Just got a text from one of our best receivers up at Pocatello, Idaho, Noah Soul, Northern Colorado. Thanks for the text, Noah. Appreciate you watching. Christian Luciano did a good job in space on Hyman on this play.
And Hyman's, we talked about it with Cribb. You've got to go north-south. And when he tried to bounce out and run around thing, nothing good happens when you're running east-west.
Maybe an adjustment for the Mustangs instead of overrun that and coming out of control. Pitter-patter their feet, break down in space, make the tackle. 2nd and 10 for the Wolves.
And if you're Monte Vista, you're happy they came out in that formation instead of coming out and pounding it like they did in that last drive.
Second and long for the Wolves, and then we've got a delay of the game and 2 consecutive penalties. So the Wolves have the 15-yard penalty. They run a play. Luciano with the nice play defensively, and then they get marched back on the delay of what we used to call delay of Danny.
Well, and they're playing behind the chains. And how many times we've seen Monte Vista have to do this, it's very difficult. And with San Ramon, who's had a little success throwing the ball tonight, but they don't want to do it.
And they'll break formation, 2-by-2 set, Murphy in the slot. Quigley, the quarterback, done a good job using his feet tonight, the sophomore. Back to pass. He's going to chuck it downfield, and he goes to Murphy, and great coverage by Rivas. And look at the linebacker, Connor Shea, running right up the hash in coverage.
Well, that's a nice job. He's responsible for trying to reroute that number 2 receiver. He doesn't really do a great job of getting his hands on him and slowing him down, but he does do a nice job of running with him.
And he kind of had that, oh, shoot, I didn't reroute him. I better catch up to him. And he ran with a little fear. But Noah Rivas, the tight end, yes, Murphy's caught one ball on a broken play. And but this really benefits Monte Vista.
Well, if you're
because
San Ramon,
the clock stopped. It's 3rd and 15.
And if you're San Ramon, you see that linebacker running there, there's a void. And you got to try and fill that void with a route that's going to
could be a screen here.
Where he was.
All verticals. Quigley. Flush from the pocket. He's got a wide open receiver, and it's complete. Kenny on the 3rd and 15. A 50-yard gain for San Ramon Valley. Rivas came over from the safety position, but not in time.
Well, and he's got to get off the hash a little bit quicker. When you see that quarterback rolling like that, it's gonna cut the field in half. So you, as a safety, have got to move with that, and then you're able to defend that route. He's a little late getting off the hash, and consequently, he's a little late getting to the ball.
Kenny with the 53-yard reception on 3rd and 15. Monte Vista not winning on 3rd down on that particular play. Murphy at the wing, I formation. Expect to see a stretch run to the boundary. And they'll go to the long side of the field, and Hyman will pick up 3.
And this is the formula that took them down the field in their last drive that they scored a touchdown with.
But Quigley, impressed with the throw on the corner route, and Rivas just didn't get there in time. And Kenny, being the ball hawk, went back for the football, and he's having quite a game for San Ramon Valley.
Well, and all of Quigley's damage has been with his feet when he's out attacking the line of scrimmage, being a run-pass threat.
Well, we know Chris Buchanan is out there listening to us. He says Pocatello is Idaho State. I know, but Noah Sowell plays for Northern Colorado. Thanks for the text, Chris. It is amazing we won a lot of games with him as quarterback.
Chris, we are kidding. You're a terrific quarterback.
Number 9, Hyman drops the helmet on Shea, and the Monte Vista 3rd and 6 here. I'm Chris Babcock, joined by Craig Bergman. You're watching NorCal Sports TV and Ed TV.
Monte Vista's come with pressure the last few times. They've had opportunities in the
but
backfield.
Hasn't got home. Quigley's done a good job with his feet. Got to watch the tight end here. They're going to run it. Not a bad call, but the Mustangs were not fooled. Hyman picks up 1, and we'll see if they bring on the field goal kicker.
And you look, they're going to show a double-edged blitz, but they're going to back out of it and come with both inside backers into the A gap, which was the perfect call with that run play on that San Ramon had.
Good job by Parker Erickson getting penetration and not allowing the second-level block by the offensive lineman of San Ramon Valley. So coming on to kick is Chase Salisbury. He is 5 for 5 this season. His long is 45. And this will be a 38-yarder. And it's good. And a key 3-possession score for San Ramon Valley on the field goal by Salisbury. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Investment Company is a Northern California-based investment firm pursuing value-add commercial and residential real estate opportunities. A key ingredient to ACRE's investment model is the development of strong relationships with stable tenants that have a mutual strategic interest in our real estate acquisitions. These tenant relationships, paired with our financing expertise in the creation of capital-efficient debt structures, has created an impressive track record of strong risk adjusted to our equity sources. Learn more at acrecorporation.com. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management.
So San Ramon Valley hurt from the penalty, but they got back, and the big play, the 53-yard corner route from Quigley to Kenny, and put the Wolves in field goal position. Oliphant's deep. Monte Vista has never returned a kickoff for a touchdown against San Ramon Valley. Last year, Oliphant returned a punt 90 yards. Squib kick. The Mustangs jump right on it, and they'll get the ball on their own 37-yard line. And I think the first thing on film when the San Ramon Valley coaches turned on the film was like, don't kick the ball to Oliphant.
Yeah, and that's what everybody should be saying. And they should follow suit. And I think he'd be crazy to kick it to him unless you have a kicker that actually can kick it into the end zone. But if
a couple of coaches didn't get that message there.
37-yard line is great field position. Like to have that every time. I always look at it as that's 1.5 first downs, because if you started on the 20, like you would if the ball was kicked in the end zone, you've got to get 1.5 first downs in order to get to that spot. So they've given you that.
Cal leads Foothill 23-10 or 23-12 over Foothill. 4:26 left in the fourth. Inside run to Cribb, and he fumbles, and it's picked up by San Ramon Valley. Fumble recovery by Ryan Jaffrey off the Cribb fumble. He had two hands on the football, but A cause fumble for San Ramon, and Jaffrey with the fumble recovery. And San Ramon, will they go take a shot here?
Well, if I'm them, I'm going to go right back to my tempo. That's an illegal substitution right there.
The officials don't see it.
I go right back to the formula.
Second turnover. Lateral out to the right. And Connor Shea, you want to see his ability, his speed when he just runs? Watch this play. 33 gets on his horse.
Really nice job of weaving his way through those linemen that are designed to block him and beating him to the punch.
That's Jordan Lewis, the sophomore.
You know, I think that if you're Monte Vista, you're happy that they're running outside. Yeah, they've had a lot of success running the ball inside. And every time they've run outside, Monte Vista's done a nice job of shutting that down.
I don't know. San Ramon won't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage. The tight end is offset quite a bit off that line of scrimmage. Pass, Quigley. Flush from the pocket, and he throws it behind the intended receiver, Kenny.
With a lot
He's
of green
got
in front of
number
him to
87 running free right down the middle of the field.
And he had a lot of space out here to run. Tough throw, trying to throw back against your body. If you look at all the green space he's got out in front of him. The receiver should do a better job when he sees him rolling that way to get off his route and roll with him to make it an easier throw for the quarterback. But I would have loved to have seen him just give a little pump, and run.
Like he did in the first half. So Monte Vista turned the ball over in the first half on an interception. The defense got the ball right back. It's 3rd and 10. The Mustangs went on 3rd down. You got to watch Murphy. He's slotted out to the left. 3-by-1 set for the Wolves. Screen pass. Hyman picks up enough for the first down. 13-yard gain, and once again on 3rd and long, the Wolves win once again, and Hyman on the screen pass.
Well, and if you're defensive lineman, you got to realize, you got to smell that. You're never going to get free that easily.
Especially it's a tendency on 3rd and long for them to run the screen.
You get
but
off
the defensive lineman smells sack, and you're playing right into the hands of that play.
That's a lack of discipline being a defensive lineman, not realizing, hey, I'm getting through because they're letting me get through.
You want to retrace your steps. You go free, a guy doesn't block you, there's a reason. Quigley changing the play at the line of scrimmage, about to get a hand count from the back judge. 36, 37 on the play clock. Quigley under duress, and he throws it in the ground, and that's got to be
nobody near it, and he sees it.
And that's a flag. Great job by Justin Bigler. And this will be a loss of down.
Yeah, and you see him pleading his case. I believe he believes that the rule is if you're outside the tackle box, but there is no tackle box in high school.
Here's the replay, and we talk about this play every single week.
And there's nobody around him.
So it's a loss of down. The clock stops. And now, instead of being
second and
10, it's a spot foul. You march back, you lose the down. It'll be 2nd and 25. Maybe the Wolves like the 2nd and 25 and 3rd and 25. I'm smelling a receiver screen
or
here.
A draw.
Heavy hands for the Wolves. Nice job by the quarterback. Nice job by the quarterback.
I believe.
This is Menard, Chip Menard getting his hand on the football, and Quigley, instead of catching the football, he knocks the ball down. Sharp play. No penalty. He's a receiver.
Yeah, when the ball's up there and he's going for it, he has lost his quarterback privileges. He is now somebody going after the football, and he's legal game.
But we both play quarterback. Boy, did we like our quarterback privileges. All right, 3rd and 25. 3rd and long. Mustangs dropping back. If you get heat with 3, It's going to be a draw to Hyman, and he gets nothing. And then we've got a flag thrown, and I don't know if that'll be called on the corner. Mondello holding Kenny. Not a wise decision by Mondello. Right at the bottom of your screen. Hit him right underneath the face mask.
Kind of a pointless penalty.
This is
so far away from
it's
the play.
eerily similar when the Mustangs last year during the playoff game. 3rd and long. They've got him. It was 4th and long. They've got him stopped, and a selfish penalty, and the Mustangs are called for the 15-yarder, but it won't be an automatic first down. It'll be 4th and 3, and it looks like Coach Becker's going for it.
Well, did they call that? It looks like they may have called that not a dead ball foul. It had to be a dead ball foul. And they're saying, no, they did call it an active ball. It goes back to 3rd down.
So Mustangs, instead of having 4th and 25, it's 3rd and 4, and that doesn't taste very good. Empty backfield could be quarterback draw or a quick throw to the slot.
A lot of success with those quick underneath throws they've had.
Quigley, this time the ball fake doesn't work, and it's a sack for the Mustangs. I believe Nate Ricina with the sack. We're fooled by the ball fake this time.
Nice job. They stayed home. You see him come up. He doesn't leave his feet. Plays down. Doesn't go for the big hit. Goes for the tackle.
Sure tackle, Nate Ricina. This fast ball game. So it's number one, if you're Monte Vista, don't jump. It's 4th and less than 5. Don't jump and give them the cheapie. Make the Wolves earn it.
Make them earn it. You're probably going to get something quick. They've thrown a lot of hitches today. They've thrown a lot of screens that way. You can see one of those two things.
Could be a slant and a flat route, and the Wolves might take a little shot here, Coach.
Well, that's okay. Monte Vista's showing blitz right now. They got 11 men basically up on the line of scrimmage.
Quigley throws the fade, and it's incomplete. Mondello with the coverage.
Really nice
in and
job.
out of the hands of Kenny, but Coach, Mondello had the penalty, which nearly cost the Mustangs, but was solid in coverage, kept us cool with the ball in the air.
His timing was impeccable. If you watch him come up, he comes up between the hands. The receiver actually has the ball in his hands, and Mondello does a nice job of coming right there, getting the ball, knocking it out.
So the turnover does not hurt the Mustangs, except takes time off the clock.
And if you're Monte Vista, you invite those fades. It's such a low percentage pass. I used to love when teams would throw fades like that. Because
unless you're throwing to Zach Ertz and he's 6'6".
Something like that, yeah.
Cribb with a catch. He's going to pick up the first down and redeems himself. Coach Russi goes right back to the junior running back on a little short route, and he gets right up the field, and the Mustangs in tempo.
And they are going tempo, and you can see it's got San Ramon confused a little bit. They're not sure where to line up.
Cribb picks up 4, and then we want no time for any replays.
San Ramon still, once again, not being able to substitute. They're struggling getting the calls in. A lot of confusion out of the secondary on that last play. I see a lot of confusion here. Not sure who's lining up where.
Empty backfield. Stewartson did like Oliphant on the shallow cross, throws it to Cribb, and then he fumbles again, but the ball is knocked out of bounds. If he stays in the pocket and he lets Oliphant clear the hash mark, he's wide open. Let's watch it on the replay.
And, once again, it's a 3-man rush. You've got plenty of time. Don't break that pocket. Once you break the pocket, you're shortening the field by half the field. You're not going to – he rolls out to his right. You're not going to be able to throw to the left side. You've lost all those receivers in the route.
Cribb's second fumble in as many possessions. This one is fortunate for the team in red and black. It goes out of bounds. 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs, trailing 10-7. Chris Babcock with Craig Bergman here on NorCal Sports TV. Nice throw, and it's incomplete. I like how Stewartson stepped up in the pocket, but he threw it behind Ricina.
Threw it behind him a little bit. Looked like it could have been a catchable ball. I'll have to get a second look at this. But
great feet here.
He did a nice job of stepping up. They only rushed 2. They dropped their nose guard out into coverage, trying to take away the crossing routes that we run. And then he throws it a little
Needs
bit behind.
to dial it down, though, a little bit on that in route and allow and not run to the next coverage.
What Coach Babcock is talking about, when he comes off that break, that receiver routine has got to slow down, not keep accelerating into it.
Shea with a nice kick. It'll take a great. It's a ball's loose, but then the Mustangs break containment. Mondello misses, but Shepard does it and gets the tackle. Shepard been a capable player on special teams all season long, and there's another example. Watch number 80 finish this play. The Mustangs lose containment, but then Shepard with the tackle, and the Wolves will take over on the 25-yard line. Orthopedic Express by MOS is there for you when that unexpected injury happens. Located in Walnut Creek, Orthopedic Express has orthopedic experts providing specialized urgent care when patients need the most. Same-day appointments and walk-ins welcome. Go to muirortho.com for more information. Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. 1st and 10 for the Wolves, the 25-yard line. Hyman with the counter picks up 7.
Right back to the ground and pound. They've had a lot of success with that.
So Hyman, I'm going to be a play repeater. I'm going to give him the ball again on 2nd and short.
Just running a little bit of an inside zone play. The difference between inside zone and outside zone is they're going to cut that back, and they're much tighter points of aim. They're not looking to bounce that thing outside like they are on the stretch play.
Kenny and Camara at the bottom of your screen. Unbalanced line. Murphy was lined up as a tight end. He was an eligible receiver. Doesn't matter. Hyman picks up 5 and another San Ramon Valley first down. And next door is Bob Lloyd in his 19th season as a PA announcer. Unbalanced line. Murphy's in at tight end. And
you look at the split flow. One back goes one way, one back goes the other. It gives a little bit of a false read for the linebackers, but they're still running that inside zone to the strong side, to the unbalanced side.
This time Murphy lined up on the right with the tight wing, and it's going to be a counter H, but the Mustangs are all over it. Josh Zeising in on that tackle, along with number 58, Chip Menard, and it's 2nd and 9. Now, they haven't run it tonight, but this would be a great time to run a little stretch left, naked right.
Yeah, the only time they showed that look was when they threw the interception on the throwback. Wasn't a true naked per se, but you're right. They've been having a lot of success. Monte Vista worked a lot in practice on the naked, but it's been a bread and butter for them all year.
I formation, 2nd and 9. Wolverine, the Monte Vista Mustangs walking up to the line of scrimmage, and it's an inside zone, and it goes nowhere. And Menard's there for the tackle, and it'll be 3rd and long. The Mustangs sell out on the run on this play. They're all walked up there, and you could see Quigley kind of hesitate, and I think he knew what the result of this play was going to be.
Well, it's a check with me, and he was confused right there. And what you're looking for, I said it before, is you're looking where you have the numbers. If you have the numbers on one side, you go there. If you don't, you decide right there at the line of scrimmage. And defensively, you're moving around, trying to give that quarterback a false look and get him to go to the wrong side.
So 3rd and 7. Under a minute left here in the 4th quarter. Quigley checking the play at the line of scrimmage. Is he going to go up top and throw a fade since he sees press coverage at the line of scrimmage on his wide receivers? Then Oliphant sloughs off. It's going to be a play pass. Deep out route. It's complete. And depending on where it's going to be short of the first down. But you got to like Kenny's ability to come back for the football.
Oh, great job coming back.
Of the game.
And look at Chip Kelly. Chip Menard gets his hands up, blocks the ball, does a really nice job. Ball still is completed. That's a good football play all the way around.
It was good coverage.
Good coverage, good defense up front, good throw.
Now, what do you do here? You're going to go for it and going to run the quarterback sneak on 4th down?
Well, if I look at tendencies, I'm looking at the fullback who tends to get the ball in short yardage situations.
Gets that love on 4th and short. Cal with the win over Foothill.
We could see a freeze play here, too, where they're not going to actually run a play. Very risky.
Close your eyes if you're going to jump, we used to say in practice. The official's hand counting. Fullback dive, and he's not going to get it.
He, I believe, was stopped.
He's very short. And they play right into the hands of the Mustangs. They run the fullback dive, and it's short, and the Mustangs will take over. Here's that last play. A lot of bodies, and Monte Vista played this all week last week against Clayton Valley.
I thought they were going to run a freeze play. They came up with a hard count, tried to get them to jump off sides. That's a long time to have your offensive line in a stance. And the longer you wait, the less you're going to get off the football.
Yep. Are they going to – I don't think they're going to measure.
I think they're a good yard short, a yard, maybe just a little under a yard maybe.
Now, back when we were playing in some of our fine fields of the Lake County Fairgrounds or Cloverdale High School or
broken glass
and barbed wire, you had no lines. Here we've got these nice turf fields. It's pretty obvious he didn't make the first down, but the officials are going to measure to make sure.
Yeah, and it's always a good thing. I know as a coach,
you don't see it often, but I get it.
I get it. There's been plenty of times when I've asked for a measurement and I don't get it.
And it's short, and the Mustangs will take over. Good shot there by our camera crew.
You know, as risky right there, I question going for it on fourth down right there. You've got the momentum. Your defense is playing very well.
I don't mind you going for it, but I think you made a great point, and those who don't play football probably don't understand this. If you're in a three-point stance for 20 seconds waiting for your quarterback to snap the football on a fullback dive, you normally don't win those matchups.
Well, you're amped up. You want to get off the football. You're excited to try and get that yard, and then you have to hold it and hold it and hold it and hold it and wait for that cadence. And the longer you wait, the harder it is.
So Monte Vista will take over. And it's a little trick play. And Regina with the catch, and he'll pick up the first down. And on this replay, we'll get a little Looney Tunes going for you.
Well, it's a play that we've had for a long time at Monte Vista. It's a double reverse back to the quarterback, and the first guy that caught that ran the leg of the reverse catches the ball, who was Regina. Well executed.
Nice play by the Mustangs.
It's not really the kind of trick play you're going to get a touchdown on, but you're going to get a nice 15, 20-yard gain.
It's not Halloween anymore, but trick plays are always welcome. Run to Cribb, plants a foot in the ground, gets south and picks up 2.
And it looks like Monte Vista wants to try to pick up the tempo. They're having a hard time getting the calls in, though.
And I don't know if they're going to get a playoff before the end of the quarter. They do. Play pass. Stewartson should have just run it. He doesn't. And then he's nearly sacked, and he's sacked. If he just runs it initially, steps up in the pocket, he probably picks up the first down. He who holds the ball gets a sack, and this is exactly what happened. There's nobody in the middle of the field.
You know, once you break the pocket, you've got to come out hard. You don't want to come out tiptoeing. And right there, you break the pocket, you throw it away. You eat it. You didn't force the ball. He still didn't turn the ball over, but he's got to learn to throw that ball away more effectively.
You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV and Ed TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists specialize in orthopedic treatment and care through physical therapy, reconditioning, pain management, and surgery with over 20 doctors in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Brentwood, and Concord. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, restoring strength, health, and mobility. Go to murortho.com for more information and testimonials from patients. Muir Orthopedic Specialist, specialized, innovative, compassionate.
So after the sack, it'll be 3rd and 14 from the San Ramon 39-yard line. Quick scoring recap. We were scoreless until the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. Quigley to Murphy for 15 yards, and the Wolves led 7-0. Then on the next drive, Stewartson hit Shea on a couple of plays. The last one, a 2-yard touchdown pass, and it was 7-7. Then Salisbury with a 6th field goal of the season, a 38-yarder, and it's 10-7. Monte Vista 3rd and long
And you don't have to get it all back here. You're kind of in no man's land. If you can get half of it back, you're probably going to go for it.
And they're playing with 3 safeties, 14 yards off the ball. Stewartson is going to run it. Not a bad pickup. Picks up 7. Now let's see what Coach Russey's going to do here.
Well, it's no man's land. If you punt the ball and it goes in the end zone, you're going to gain 13 yards on it. Too long for a field goal. I'd love to see him come up, maybe try and draw him off sides a little bit, but still have a play designed to get 7 yards. You don't have to throw it 7 yards. Maybe the underneath stuff, a little run and catch for that yardage.
They could run Rivas on a sideline route with timing, or Shea the crossing route. But San Ramon's going to get in their 3-man front. They won't have another defender within 5 yards of the football. So you've got to pick your poison here.
I'll be interested to see if they drop the nose guard into coverage like they have the last 2 to take away our crosser. There he is.
He's playing a safety.
Right
Stewartson, they called him past the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty, and Coach Bergman is shaking his head up and down. And I think this is a legal forward pass. The whole body has to be past the down marker.
Awfully close. We'll have to see where he is.
Yeah, He's past it. He's past it. And Justin Bigler with the call. Legal forward pass. Be a loss of down, and it'll be San Ramon Valley football. If we could watch that play one more time, I think if Jack just takes off to the sideline, I think he gets a first down. He needs to go right now.
Either that or just put a foot in the ground, cut back in. He's got some blockers to the inside.
So the Wolves, after go for it on 4th down, aren't really affected. And the Mustangs don't take advantage. And San Ramon Valley will take over on their own 37-yard line. Ground Becker here. And Hyman picks up 4.
Once again, it's that split flow inside zone where the fullback goes one way, tailback's going the other. The fullback's going the backside to try and cut it off. So Nate Racina can't come down the line and make the play, as you'll see right there.
It's as effective as a block. By him just giving a false read, so to speak, you can't just go and crush down inside because he could slip out of the backfield there.
And they have a naked play off of that where they're going to fake it and they'll slip that guy who comes to block him off to the flat.
Second
sure
down.
We'll see it sometime in this drive.
Great play opportunity here, and it's going to be a play pass. Racina, there's that naked play to the fullback, and it'll be a first down. J.L. Moore, the fullback, with the reception. That is his 5th reception of the season, and it goes for a first down. And we've been calling for the naked, and the Coach Becker and the Wolves call this play just at the right time, giving the fullback a little love out to the flat.
Yeah, it's a naked boot where the quarterback's going to come out without a lead blocker. That's why they call it naked. He's all by himself, and he's going to have a high-low with a fullback and a tight end, and he has the option.
Hyman picks up 4, maybe 5. It'll be 2nd and short. And the offensive line of the Wolves is getting off the football. And when you don't take on the blocker head on and you take a side, Hyman is going to take the side and slip and get 5 yards.
He's got good vision. He's slippery.
Unbalanced set again. Murphy to the left. All eligible receivers. Now Murphy's not eligible because he's covered up by the wide receiver. Hyman runs right through Zeising and picks up the first down. Watch Hyman here. The running back drops his head.
And just good old-fashioned smash-mouth football. It's really the same play they've been running. They've been doing it from a 2-back set where they have split-back flow. This time they took the wing across to block Racina the same way they had been doing it. Same play, different formation.
This is the time of year where little adjustments and options off your best play, and the Wolves will stay with their unbalanced set. Murphy, the tight end to the right, 2 receivers to the right, I formation. Stretch run to the boundary, and the Mustangs figure it out and hold the Wolves to a short gain. So it's stretch right into the teeth of the defense, and that time Schriefer did a good job of holding the edge.
And the defensive tackles have done a much nicer job on that play as far as using their hands and forcing the double team, not letting them get off on the second level.
So 2nd and 9, do the Wolves go back to their stretch run, or do they run a little play pass and try to sneak the fullback or Murphy down the seam? Kenny has made some big plays at wide receiver tonight. He's not in the game right now. Twins formation, Murphy set to the right.
Tight into the corner would be a good option right here.
And I think he's going. Shea with the sack. 13-yard loss. And Murphy went to the corner, but he was greeted by Oliphant and Rivas in coverage. The tight end is at the bottom of your screen. He's going to run 12 yards downfield and go to the corner. Hyman misses the block, and Shea with the sack.
Yeah, it's a 2-man route, too. They're only releasing 2 guys into the route and keeping a lot of guys in for protection. They should have kept 1 more in for protection.
Okay, so the last time it was 3rd and 20-plus yards.
Penalty.
They ran they had the penalty, but previous to that, they ran a corner route to Kenny. It's a 2-by-2 set, Murphy in the slot. Quigley will hand it to Hyman, and he's got big yardage. The 30, the 20, and he's tackled by Shea at the 14-yard line. Aaron Becker with the great call and just surprise party the Mustangs.
Well, a sure sign is if you look how wide those splits are from those receivers, you know something's up. They're probably trying to stretch you out, and that's exactly what happened.
Let's go back to this and watch how the defensive end for the Mustangs took a side and the hole that he leaves right behind him. Look at that big hole.
And 5 men in the box. The linebacker gets caught up inside, and it makes it an easy bounce.
And your nephew, Kyle Ecker, with a good block.
I guess he gets dinner tonight.
But we're going to put Cole in his stocking for Christmas. Anyway, 1st and 10 for the Mustang, or for the Wolves. They're doing what they need to do on this drive is ground it out. They've got no gain, a loss, a sack, and then pick up a big chunk.
They've had big plays tonight.
They have had some number of big plays. You've got the corner route to Kenny. This 3rd and long play on a run call where everybody's thinking pass. Credit Aaron Becker with calling some good plays and allowing his sophomore quarterback to manage the game, not to throw the ball over the place, but when he's need to make a play, he's done it.
And they've run, but Hyman, how hard does he run? He's done such a wonderful job inside the tackles.
2nd and 11, the Mustangs need to step up on defense. It's naked. And it's thrown to the fullback, and I believe it's incomplete. No, they call it completion. But Racina
stayed home.
He stayed home and makes a nice play. Moore slips out, or the H-back comes out, the little H slip, but the Mustangs are all over it. So it's 3rd and 10.
I think they ran that play, 1 play too late. That would have been a great first down play because Monte Vista is not expecting that on a first down. And they were sitting on it on 2nd down. Obviously, Nate saw a tendency, came to the back shoulder of the quarterback.
And Coach Becker is going to let this drain all the way down. And I wouldn't tell the official I'm going to call a timeout. I'm going to wait till he's signaling in the back, and then I'll call my timeout. I've worked 39 seconds off the clock and calls the timeout.
The back judge is always counting down the 40 seconds. He's giving you a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 count. And that's how you know how much time is left.
We really appreciate our partners, which have helped us bring you 6 Monte Vista football games this year. Orthopedic Express by MOS, Muir Orthopedic Specialists, Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, Spitz Jewelers, Ned Milan at the Lotus Group Morgan Stanley, Acre Investment Company, FitPro Go, and American Asphalt. Appreciate our partners here at NorCal Sports TV. So it's 3rd and 10. If you're quick, if you call a pass play here, you don't want to take a sack. I don't think they're going to run. I don't think they're going to throw the ball. I think they're going to run it.
Well, I think they're going to run it, or we could see a screen.
Because if you run it and you don't pick up the first down, the minimum you can still work off another 40 seconds off the clock and kick the field goal.
And they've had great success with their screens. They're inside middle screens or their running back screens. This is they're going to come out in a strong running set with the fullback in the backfield.
Tagliaferri out in motion. The backfield's empty. Mustangs are looking to blitz off the edge. They come, and it's an in-window screen to Kenny, and the Mustangs rally up and make the tackle. Luciano didn't make the tackle, but he stopped Kenny enough where Menard made the play. And we've got a timeout, Monte Vista. So they force the field goal, and it's the down-the-line screen, Joe Starkey special. But the Mustangs do a good job, and Coach Russi with the timeout.
You know, this is big, though, because it keeps you one score down. You don't let them in the end zone. A touchdown still can win the football game, and you want as much time up there as possible.
Salisbury is 6 for 6 on the season, and it'll be basically a 28-yard field goal. He made a 38-yard field goal earlier. Last week, the sophomore kicker with the walk-off field goal against Cal High. So I'd imagine that he'll come on and attempt his 7th field goal of the season. The Mustangs hold, and even if they give up the field goal, they will still get the ball back with 2 timeouts left and plenty of time in this game. But they haven't shown, besides the drive late in the half, they really haven't put together much offensively. And we've got a timeout, San Ramon Valley, which could come back to hurt them here.
Could come back to, and it's kind of, I don't understand why they would take a timeout and freeze their own kicker when
well, even if you take the delay of game, it's only a 33-yard field goal, and you might need that timeout if Monte Vista comes down and scores and takes the lead.
Well, you might be, but it's really inexcusable coming out of a timeout that you're not ready when you've had all that timeout prior to set up your field goal. Your field goal unit should be out there. And they may have the offense out there. I think I see the offense
Hyman is
out
still out. Is Hyman's out there? Quigley's still out there. They're going for it. Very, very interesting. It'll be an empty backfield. They don't need to get a touchdown. They can get a first down, so it's 4th and 8.
They may come back with something off that screen. Maybe a little wheel, a little pick play. They may have seen something.
Quigley. Over the middle. Murphy. Incomplete.
I'm not sure of the decision there on going for it. You have a field goal kicker who's 6 for 6. Maybe their thinking is, okay, Monte Vista hasn't moved the ball on us, now they got to go 90 yards. Monte Vista doesn't have a strong field goal kicker, so it's still going to be forcing to have a touchdown. That may be the thinking process that they had.
So, 4 minutes and 10 seconds left. The Mustangs get the ball on their own 10-yard line. As inefficient as they've been on offense today, can they put together a drive, spreading the football around, and get into the end zone and win the football game?
Well, they certainly have the ability to do it. Now they've got to be able to put it together.
3-man line for the Wolves. They've got 3 safeties, 15 yards off the football. Quarterback draw was Stewartson. The old ball coach, Craig Bergman, When we needed to get a play and a drive, our first play was normally, especially when the ball's up against our own end zone,
well, and they're
was
giving
the
it to you.
draw.
If you look at that play, both linebackers are outside the box. They have 3 guys in there.
That's easy blocking for the O-line.
It's an easy thing to do, and now it's going to force them to defend it. You can come right back to it down here, too.
11-yard line. 11-yard gain for Stewartson. En route to Regina, in and out of his hands. A lot of traffic there. And Regina couldn't come up with the catch. A lot of traffic, a little slant route from Regina. And hits him right in the hands. But he does the old...
We had a little, it's called a double drive. They have 2 guys running the same route 5 yards apart. The quarterback's going to read inside out on that, and whichever one the linebacker takes, you go to the other side.
There is not a linebacker in the middle of the field, and then he's coming off the edge, and then the Mustangs don't block Murphy, and he makes the play. Watch 87, the defensive end. He's unblocked on this play.
Really inexcusable out of that tackle. The tackle should be blocking that down lineman. Take care of the line of scrimmage first and foremost. There's nobody else in there. If they're bringing a linebacker off the edge, there's nobody in there.
It's 3rd and 8, and Nate Regina has left the field. So you don't have one of your top receivers for this play. It's 3rd and 8, umbrella coverage for the Wolves. Stewartson under duress. Throws it to Cribb, makes the catch, but it'll be 4th and 2. If you're going to go tempo and you're going to go for it, get up on the football and do it.
Well, you're without your best player in there. You know, this is one of those ones where you need a long 2 yards. Too many men on the field. He's counting them up.
I think Stewartson initially did not get off the football, but he finished that play.
So 12 men on the field?
12 men on the field for San Ramon Valley. And the Mustangs were assertive of just going for it. Stewartson looked stopped on that quarterback sneak, but just got enough. It is 12 men on the field. Crucial penalty for the Wolves. And again, we keep harping on tempo. What happens when the Mustangs, it's the old words of the Cars, substitution,
you can't
mass
get guys
confusion.
in and off. And if you're trying to sub in a quick tempo against a quick tempo offense, you're going to get those penalties.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 35-yard line, and Murphy unblocked. You got to block their best defensive lineman, and that's the 2nd time in this drive he's come unblocked. What's happening here?
Well, you'll see him. He moves down into what we call a 3 technique inside of the left guard. They just don't block him, and he comes running free. That's got to be the center who's not going back on that play.
2nd and 12. Stewartson over the middle. Shea into Wolf territory. His 3rd big catch of the game. Connor Shea once again. And the ball will be spotted on the Wolves' 46-yard line. We loved seeing the tight end over the middle.
And attacking down the field a little bit more. Not throwing the dink and dunk. And being a little bit more aggressive with the play calling.
Mustangs get right up the football, and Cribb gashes them with an 8-yard gain. Spotted and gives them 7. Under 2 minutes left here in regulation from San Ramon Valley High School. 2nd and 4 for the Mustangs. Sprint right. Keep attacking it, Jack. Keep attacking it. Keep attacking it, Jack. And then he throws it into the ground. Great decision.
Well, he didn't pull up. He said keep attacking. He kept stretching the field, letting it develop. Guys have got to get on different levels there when they're moving. They got to move with him and find openings. But he did a nice job of stretching the field and making them defend the whole field. If he pulls up there, he's going to get hit from behind. He keeps going. I'd like to see him do that when he's running left as well. Right now he's doing it okay going to his right. Coming to his left, he has a tendency to pull up.
Last week he did that, and I screamed attack. And he says, Coach, I heard you, so I attacked it. I said, well, maybe I keep yelling it here from the booth, but I'll blow the ears out. Quarterback run for Stewartson It'll be 4th and a long yard. And of course, they're going to go for it. Under 90 seconds left in the game. And then Coach Russi, we've got an injury timeout for San Ramon Valley. And the Mustangs out of take. We don't want anybody hurt. We don't mean this in a negative thing. But you want to take advantage of the injury timeout and get the play called.
Yeah, you don't have to waste one of your timeouts. It looks like the injury is going to be okay. Maybe a little cramp.
Michael Woolry, he's got to come out for a play. Two-way player, and when you get to this time of the game and you've been playing both ways, you're going to cramp up. So it'll be 4th and short, and the Mustangs taking advantage of it. The last time they were here, they ran a quarterback sneak to Stewartson.
This could be the play of the game. If San Ramon holds here, Monte Vista is going to have a very difficult time trying to get the ball
and
back.
The clock will wind. 1:25 and counting here.
Got an empty set against a 4-man front and leaves somebody going to be wide open, uncovered.
And then San Ramon Valley will call timeout. Coach Becker.
And if you look at how they lined up there with 4 down guys, they're not as good in coverage. And that's going to actually do Monte Vista a favor by able to see, hey, they went to the 4-man front. They're lacking in coverage. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some sort of short pass. And the way they lined up the last time, if you see right there, you've got a linebacker over the top of Connor Shea who's had a lot of success today throwing the ball. Might be an opportunity to get him the football. And this is a scenario. If you do get the first down and you're Monte Vista, I would go tempo, not let them get their 3-man front out there and make them play with 4-man front.
Because they've got more big, wide bodies in there right now, and they're going to go with that 4-man front, as you had mentioned. So if you could get the first down, you go tempo, line up right up in the football, and get things going. Now, let's talk about the field goal kicker. Just a sophomore, Nate Price, made his first field goal of the season last week to make it a 2-score game. The worst case, you get the field goal if you can get into position, but you got to pick up the first down. They're going to go empty set. Regina and Oliphant at the bottom of your screen, Cribb, Shea, and Rivas. 4-man front for the Wolves.
If they throw the quick stuff here, it should be wide open.
Over to Regina. He's coming. The 5, the 10. He's into the 2-yard line. Coach Russi showing great confidence in his senior quarterback and wide receiver. Regina with the little go route here. Gives a little sluggo look and then gets past the corner. And he's down to the 42-yard line.
Now you want to slow it down. And, you've got 1:07 left. You got your 2 timeouts left. Milk this clock. That way if you don't score on this first play, you still have all your plays to do it.
Keep attacking, Jack.
Throw it away.
He takes the sack. You don't want to take a sack in the red zone. If you throw that ball away, it's a non-play, but now you've put yourself pretty much out of field goal range. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 11.
And he's rolling out, and he has plenty of opportunities to throw this ball away. You're running full speed, and he's doing a nice job of attacking right here. Keep attack. Go, 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 go. Throw it over the top of his head. You see the receiver in the back of the end zone doesn't do him any favors by turning back and going inside when he should be going outside. Once again, but Jack's got to throw that football away.
So it's 2nd and 11. It was 4th and 1, and Stewartson to Regina on the fade route on 4th and 1, and didn't get into the end zone. But then the Mustangs lose nearly 10 yards on the first down sprint right. So if they pick up no more yardage than this, it's going to be a 28-yard field goal.
Well, they're going to come with the 3-man front here again. It's a good opportunity to come back with a quarterback draw. You still got a timeout in your pocket, lots of time left.
Wolves have 3 defenders with their feet in the end zone. They've got a 3-man front, Mustangs have one timeout. Cribb in motion. Stewartson will scramble, and then he throws it away.
Good decision right there. That's what we're looking for in the play.
If he does that 2 plays before, it's 3rd and goal from the 2. It's 3rd and 12 here.
You know, you can see the release in 4 receivers to one side, and when Jack's forced to roll that way, the opposite way of those 4 receivers, there's only one option. He's going to have to throw that away. All those receivers were off to the left-hand side, kind of forced into the one-man route.
The Mustangs and the Wolves with a 3-man front, but the nose guard will just drop back as a safety. Stewartson scrambles out to his right, throws it into the end zone, and it's incomplete. So the Mustangs have got to try the field goal here.
I think you got to try the field goal here.
You got to try the field goal with Price. He's 1 for 3 on the season. Now, early in the year, he missed a 37-yard field goal to tie the game against Liberty. This ball will be spotted on the 18-yard line. It is a 28-yard field goal for the sophomore Nate Price.
And he certainly got the leg for this distance.
Free and easy. That's what you would be telling him right now. Free and easy. Just a smooth leg kick. Cribb with the hold. The snap. The kick. And we're all tied up at 10. So the Mustangs drive the ball 80 yards to tie the game at 10. There's 35 seconds left in regulation, but
what a clutch kick.
You got to like the sophomore. And I talked to Nate when he missed that field goal against Liberty. I said, if this is the worst thing you have to go through in life, missed a stupid field goal in a high school game, when you're just a little sophomore, you're going to be better for it. Last week, made the extra point, or made the big field goal against Clayton Valley, made it a 2-score game. You've got to fail before you succeed.
You know, and he just stepped right up, and he nailed it right down the middle. And I don't believe San Ramon had any timeouts available to ice him.
They didn't. They used them.
You know, you don't have the threat of that, so you're able to do that.
But if San Ramon kicks the field goal down here instead of going on 4th down, Monte Vista is forced to go for it right there. But they get the field goal with less than 36 seconds left in the game, and unless something weird and mysterious happens, we're going to go into an old-fashioned overtime.
Well, I would expect a squib kick here. Hopefully he gets it all the way to the back level.
Nice return. So it's 10-all. Price with the field goal. And you know Coach Becker's got a couple of plays up his sleeve.
You know, I wouldn't be shocked to see another wide receiver screen. They've had success trying to get a little bit of, get a nice chunk of yardage on 1st down, take the pressure off the quarterback.
Empty backfield. Quigley's got a capable arm. And you got Kenny here at the bottom of your screen. He's made some big plays. Quick throw to Kenny, gets out of bounds. Now, they get 8 yards, and they get a nice gain, and they only take 3 seconds off the clock.
And if you're Monte Vista, you don't want to double move. They keep throwing you underneath hitches. They're not going to be able to get it all the way down there doing that. You don't want to bite on a hitch and have them run a hitch and go right by you.
10-all, 30 seconds left. Empty backfield. You got to keep an eye on the tight end, Murphy, running right up the seam. Will we see another quick out from the Wolves? Quigley scrambles, throws, and it's complete. And it's incomplete. Official ruled it out of bounds, and there's no replay in high school.
He says he was bobbling the ball. We'll have to look at the replay. I think he got his feet in, but I don't know if he had control of the ball.
Quigley flush from the pocket, throws really well going to his left. That's a dart. And called incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 5 with 23 seconds left. We are so calm up here.
It's a little easier to be up here than
it's a lot easier. Not that we didn't like being down there, but it's 3rd and 5 Kenny at the top of your screen, and it's a run, and I think that'll be the last play in regulation.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. I look at the two offenses, and I think San Ramon's offense is probably looks like we have an injury on the field.
Coach Russi calls a timeout, and we've got a San Ramon Valley Wolf down on the field, and I think it was the ball carrier, Tagliaferri. Let's watch this play.
Hard to tell in that.
So Coach Russi calls the timeout, which would San Ramon, would that force them to punt the football here?
Well, that or they could just run a play and try and get the first down, knowing that Monte Vista, I don't believe, has any more timeouts. And I would probably do that. I'd probably just run a play and not have to put ourselves in a situation for a block punt.
So the Mustangs with the timeout. It'll be 4th and 2, and is Landon Scarpa, who's got one punt inside the 20, averaging just under 32 yards a punt. Do you put Oliphant back there?
Yeah, I'd certainly put Oliphant back there.
Try to set up a return?
I'd try and set up a block here, actually. And, you know, I'm not really too concerned about running into the kicker in this situation.
Yeah.
All-out rush, try and get a block.
Don't kick it right. If you're San Ramon, don't kick it right to number 6 and let him win the game on a return.
Well, it can be easier said than done because you're also telling your punter get rid of it quick.
Yeah. Kick it to a side. You used to do, you'd run down the sideline, you put your big hand up.
And tell them to kick it right to me.
Kick it right to you. And then
not sure of the confusion here.
I believe they're saying that one of the San Ramon players didn't come out for a play. He didn't, Tagliaferri, and it was an injury timeout, even though Monte Vista called timeout. So he's got to come out for a play. And that's good awareness by the Monte Vista coaching staff. It'll be 4th and 3, Oliphant back. If they kick him this ball, they do, and he's got it at the 10. Doesn't have much room to run, and he's tackled, and that'll be going to overtime. So they're gonna come, and there's gonna be a coin flip, but the ball will be placed on the 10-yard line, and they'll have 4 plays to score.
And honestly, this really favors San Ramon's style of offense. You know, Monte Vista is a spread-out offense, and when you get closer to the red zone and closer to the goal line, the field shrinks, and those zones that were there with a big field aren't quite there as much. San Ramon is built for this, you know, and I think it's probably a little bit to their advantage to go to overtime. You know, it's exciting. Both teams get four opportunities. If the first team scores, the second team has the same opportunity.
Cal with the win over Foothill. So Cal, after losing to 3 consecutive losses, gets the win against the Falcones. And it'll be a coin flip. The Mustangs will call.
And you usually choose defense first.
Because you want to know what you have to do. Meaning if you hold San Ramon to a field goal, you know you only have to get a field goal. If they get a touchdown, you know you have to score a touchdown. And what's it all for? We'll go after the coin flip. We're gonna give you a shot of why they are playing for this game. And anytime there's something you're playing for something significant, it's a big game. We never played an overtime game.
Yeah, we played a couple. One against the Amador Valley.
Didn't win.
Didn't win. And one against Cal High.
There's the Gelder. It didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't remember. There's the Gelderman Trophy. Right now it sits comfortably on the San Ramon Valley bench. And I'm noticing number 2, Kenny, is on the bench with no helmet on. So Monte Vista will go on defense first. And if I'm San Ramon, I'm going Hyman left, Hyman right till you stop me.
Yeah.
And then if you stop me, I'm going to kick the field goal and put pressure on you.
I'd be shocked if we see anything other than that. Maybe a possible boot. They've had a little success with the boot. Something where they can get the quarterback out on the edge and let him
I'm going to run that.
Pass.
I'm going to go play repeater until and then if I'm going to go to the second order of overtime, then I'm going to start running some gadget plays at you.
And if you're Monte Vista on offense, are you going to get the 3-man front or the 4-man front? And I think that's got to be identified immediately because that's going to determine whether you're running the football or throwing the football.
And Shea has been the best receiver tonight for the Mustangs. Got a touchdown, got a couple of key first downs on catches over the middle, and got Monte Vista out of trouble. So the Wolves will get the ball first. And actually Kenny is back in the game. He's got his helmet on, so that's a good sign. And the Wolves will get the ball first.
The ball doesn't go on the 25. No, that is incorrect. It goes on the 10-yard line. And Monte Vista on offense.
Oh, MV on offense. We were both wrong.
But the ball should be on the 10-yard line. That's incorrect.
Now, college, it goes on the 25-yard line.
This is incorrect.
This actually favors Monte Vista, in my opinion. I don't know. It gives them a little more field to work. Hand off to Crib. He gets nothing. It'll be 2nd and 9. Are you going to text Ken Leffel?
I think I will.
Why don't you text him and I'll yap here. Inside run to Crib and doesn't get much. And the Wolves defense is stopped the Mustang running game in its own path. 2nd and 9. Stewartson. Murphy with the sack. Number 87, J.P. Murphy, plays on both sides of the football, and he beats Zeising badly on that play. So now it's 3rd and 15. And you're out of your field goal range of your kicker, so you don't necessarily have to try to get 15 yards right here, Coach. You can pick up half of it and make it a manageable 4th down.
Yeah, it's a scenario you could come back with a quarterback draw right here.
Stewartson steps up in the pocket, and it's nearly intercepted. There wasn't one Monte Vista Mustang on the left side of the field. The spacing was not good on this play.
And there was not one under 15 yards down the field. Nothing underneath, no place for Jack to go on that. The only opportunity he had was to run that football.
So Coach Russi will call a timeout here on 4th and 15. And the Wolves, although only rushing 3 guys, have created pressure on Stewartson. And when you scramble to your right and your spacing isn't good, there's not going to be any open wide receivers. I think you alluded to on the last play, you'd like to see a 5-yard crossing route because that forces the defense to at least respect that play.
Some sort of run and catch, too, and you've got the athletes to do it. Trying to get it to Jacob Oliphant or Nate Ricina coming across. Noah could also do it as well. I mean, any of those kids catching the ball on the run can get 8, 9, 10 yards and get yourself in a situation. Now, if I'm Monte Vista, honestly, it's hard to develop a play to hit a guy on a 15, 16-yard run. You're almost forced into trying to throw an alley-oop into Ricina where he
I might keep my running back in the backfield, go a little. I want to release Shea. I might take a shot down here or go Ricina deep and something underneath to the chains. The Wolves have 3 defensive linemen and then not another defender within 6 yards of the football. They're rushed 2. Stewartson to Ricina, and it's incomplete.
Caught the ball out of bounds.
So the Wolves with the 4th down stop. And good coverage by San Ramon Valley. So Salisbury's long field goal this year is 45 yards.
Well,
so right now he's in that range. If they don't lose any yardage, he's in his range to make a game-winning walk-off field goal for the 2nd week in a row.
And if you're Monte Vista, get everybody up on the line of scrimmage. Dare him to throw.
Hyman picks up 1, maybe 2. It'll be 3rd. It'll be 2nd and 8. So this is why when you win the toss, you choose to go on defense because you know what you have to do. And if you're Monte Vista, you got to keep playing the game. Anything can happen. You get a fumble, a chicken strip, something of that nature. You got to keep playing the game. It's 2nd and 9.
And get bodies up on the line of scrimmage. They're going to run the football. You know, I'd be shocked if they did throw it.
If they throw it, you tip your hat to them. You got to sell out on the run. Stretch play to the left. Hyman picks up big yardage. In this situation, a 7-yard play is big yardage. Inside the 20. So the Wolves playing for the 4th seed in the D1 playoffs. And the Wolves are going to kick the field goal right now.
I don't understand that in high school.
So it'll be a 35-yard field goal attempt for Salisbury. The kick is up,
short,
and it's going to be no good. You do them a favor. If I'm Coach Russi, I send a thank you card to the San Ramon Valley coaching staff.
And it was only short by about 4 yards. All they needed was a couple, 3 yards on that next run.
And you've got a capable running back in Hyman.
And I'm still perplexed about starting on the 25. It should not start on the 25. Looking at the high school rules, it's still the 10-yard line.
To say the Mustangs dodged a bullet would be an understatement.
Yeah.
2 times tonight, San Ramon made some indifferent decisions. Their 4th down and kicked the field goal and would have kicked it in regulation, they probably would have won this game already. So now they get the ball first, and it's 1st and 10 for them. Do they go play pass here? No, they run the stretch run. And Shea with a tackle. And Luciano on the play as well. Schriefer that time was hit and blocked pretty well, but what he did do, he got enough penetration along the edge of the line of scrimmage and forced Hyman to kind of pitter-patter his feet and make the play. 2nd and 7. Here in overtime, unbalanced set. Murphy's not an eligible receiver. He's covered up. Quigley taking a long time at the line of scrimmage. Stretch run to the boundary, and Connor Shea is all over it. TFL for the 3-year varsity player, and now it's 3rd and long.
Well, this is a scenario. Why, it usually is at the 10-yard line because high school kickers you're not able to kick the field goal. And it forces you to have to score touchdowns. And we haven't seen a lot of touchdowns tonight.
So it'll be 3rd and 10. Now, on past third longs in a couple of drives ago, Coach Becker went to the run play. And we all thought pass and picked up a first down. Empty set's going to be a quick throw. Can the Mustangs get home? Schriefer looking to come on a blitz off the edge. The Mustangs only rush 3. Quigley goes to the end zone to Murphy. Incomplete. So if they attempt the field goal, this is going to be a 42-yard attempt for Salisbury.
And, I don't know if they will. It's a little bit out of his range right now.
He has made a 45-yarder, but he was short on the last attempt. Do you give the sophomore another chance, or do you drop back? You only need 10 yards, and if you don't get it, you're not penalized. They're going to get the ball back on the 25 anyway, but Monte Vista could win it with a field goal. So they'll go empty set here, or Hyman will be in the backfield. Murphy out in the slot in that 3-by set. Kennedy at the bottom of the screen. Might see him run to the end zone here. Sprint right. There's no one out there. And it's complete. Wide open. Justin Camara. Wide open on the sprint right.
Just a little sprint, runs a drag route. You got a guy in the flat. You got 3 layers working right here. You're going to see him break to the outside. Nice job of throwing, getting over your front foot, too.
The slot defensive back for the Mustangs ran with the vertical versus coming off on this crossing route, and he's wide open to the sideline. So the Wolves pick up a first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line, winning on 3rd down. In this crucial time, the Wolves pick up the first down. Hyman is tackled in the backfield by Connor Shea.
Connor's doing a nice job of diagnosing that run now, running through from the backside.
33 in the middle of your screen. You got to block him.
That's 2 times now.
There's guys you can leave unblocked, but not 33. Makes the play. 2nd and 13.
I like to see Monte Vista come with a little pressure right here because this has been a pass down. If they're ever going to throw it, this is the time when they have been throwing it.
Long time in the huddle. Hyman, deep set, Quigley in the shotgun. I'm Chris Babcock, joined by Craig Bergman here on NorCal Sports TV. Play pass. Great route. Down to the 5-yard line, Kenny. And this is how you run a route. He gets a deep upfield and comes back to the football. Number 2 right here, Coach.
He pushes into the end zone. And DB overruns it, and he shouldn't be running that deep in the end zone as a DB, understanding where you are on the field. It is a nice route and a nice throw.
Didn't pick up the first, so it'll be 3rd and 1. And could we see a boundary run this time for the Wolves?
Really would have liked to see some pressure right there. It's a long route. It's a deep route. It takes a long time to throw.
They'll go with the heavy set. 2 tight ends. I formation. Stretch to the right by Hyman. That's a nice cutback.
No whistle.
No whistle. Ball's loose. What are they going to call as progress down? They do, but I believe he is short of the first down.
And I think San Ramon gets away with a hold here. The right side of the line. Wasn't sure if it's a right guard or tackle. I saw a hand get out. Number 51 right there. Once again, not within the framework of the body.
No fumble. Hyman. Okay, so it's 4th and 1. And are the Wolves going for it? They are going to go for it. And this could be as simple as a Quigley quarterback sneak. They're going to measure it, so that gives you time to come up with a play call, both offensively and defensively. It's not a long way to go. It's probably around 15, 18 inches. And the Mustangs, they lived and won the game last week against Clayton Valley, winning on 4th down. Are you going for it here, or are you kicking the field goal?
I'm going for it here.
Because you have the ball first, right?
Yeah, and I think that, once again, I don't think either field goal kicker is automatic. And you see it time and time again in high school. I think you got to try and punch it in. If this is college football, I'm probably kicking it.
Right. San Ramon, 4th and 1, Quigley keeping that line and up the line of scrimmage for a long time, which doesn't bode well. It's going to be a play pass on 4th and 1. And it's into the end zone. It's a sea of hands.
And they're calling it a touchdown.
Touchdown, San Ramon Valley. Kenny comes up with a catch, and that is a repeat of the old Ken Stabler throw into the end zone, sea of hands. Pretty good defense by the Mustangs, but the sophomore throws it into the end zone. And Kenny comes up with the catch. And a crucial extra point here. And the kick is good.
If you're Monte Vista now, you know what you have to do. You know that it's 4-down territory everywhere you go. Field goal does you no good.
So Quigley just throws it into the sea of hands. And Mr. Kenny comes up with the play. The senior, Jared Kenny, with the catch on the 4th and 1 play. And the sophomore showing a lot of moxie.
And I'd like to see a little more variety out of the offense here. It seems like like this. I like the play, whether he gets anything or not. I like the play call.
Oliphant
picks up out a little bit
picks
more.
up 2 yards.
Let's go, defense!
It'll be 2nd and 9. So Shea and Rivas at the top of your screen, Oliphant and Regina next to the San Ramon bench, and then Cribb is in the slot. Stewartson with the quarterback run and picks up a good gain. It'll be 3rd and 2.
I like the play call. They're lobbing the guy around. They're down blocking on the nose tackle. Bring a guy around into the hole. You'll see it right here. And Jack, it's not really a draw look. He just gets it and goes. It's a design quarterback run. You see that guy kick him out. It's a quarterback long trap, and they've had good success out of it. You could run it 2 more times, and until you get him out of that 3-man front, you got to keep doing it.
And Coach Becker calls a timeout. Once again, I want to thank all of our partners who have helped us bring Monte Vista football once again on NorCal Sports TV. Orthopedic Express by MOS, Muir Orthopedic Specialists, Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, Spitz Jewelers, Ned Milan at the Lotus Group, Morgan Stanley, Acre Investment Company, Fit Pro Go, and American Asphalt. Without these great companies, doesn't allow us to bring you Monte Vista football. And you want to watch more football or basketball in the future, follow us on social media at NorCal Sports TV on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Do we have that Sea of Hands touchdown available? Let's watch it one more time. If you do. No, we'll keep it here. We'll keep it here. It'll be 3rd and short. First overtime, neither team scored, but then San Ramon started the 2nd overtime, and on 4th and 1, Quigley to Kenny for 11-yard touchdown. 3rd down. Nice play. It was a play pass to Regina.
RPO.
He was well covered, but who got his hands up?
It was an RPO.
87 doesn't get there, but he gets his hands in the passing lane and gets another knockdown pass Little pass defense for 87, right off the edge. The kid's just a junior, number 87.
He's made a lot of plays tonight. He hasn't done a lot offensively tonight, but defensively he's certainly been a factor.
J.P. Murphy, Coach Russi calls a timeout on 4th and 2. And I don't know if that pass is completed if Murphy doesn't get his hands on it, because the Wolves had pretty good coverage on the RPO on Racina. So it'll be 4th and 2 here from San Ramon Valley. It's a very short ride over here, but you lose this game. It's the longest 2.3 miles you'll ever go in your life.
Not a fun one.
No. But you convert this 4th down, and you get new life. I like the timeout. We were kind of in this situation last year, didn't call a timeout. And this is the most important play of the season. 4th and 2, 3-man front for the Wolves. Complete to Cribb, and it's a first down.
Come back with the quarterback draw. Great first down.
And it'll be a delay of game for Monte Vista. And we apologize for temporarily losing you, little technical difficulties. It's going to be 4th and 12. San Ramon leads 17-10. This is the second overtime. Mustangs were 4th and 7, but then got called for the delay of game. It'll be 4th and 12. They need to pick up a first down to keep this game going.
Setting up, they're probably going to roll the protection this way.
Stewartson to Racina. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Monte Vista. And then we've got a penalty. We've got a penalty on the field, which could affect the PAT. It's good. And then we've got an unsportsmanlike conduct on Monte Vista, which will affect the PAT. So Racina with the big 14-yard touchdown reception, but this is going to be a 15-yard penalty. So instead of a PAT or possibly going for 2 on the 3, the ball is going to be spotted at the 18-yard line.
35-yard field
goal. It'll be a 35-yard extra point for Price. And here's the call.
Can't see it on the replay. It happened in the backfield.
4th and 12, Stewartson to Racina. In another sea of hands. So the touchdown is good. The ball will be spotted on the 18-yard line. Price will have to make a 35-yard extra point to keep this game, to knock this game to its 3rd overtime. He's got the leg. A smooth approach, free and easy kick for Price. Cribb with a hold, Price with the kick, and San Ramon Valley wins the game.
Ball was kicked low. Somebody got a hand on it.
So San Ramon Valley, with their 4th consecutive win over the Monte Vista Mustangs, and quite a ball game here at San Ramon Valley.
Now, I didn't see what happened in the backfield as far as the penalty goes, but I hope it was an egregious penalty, not something that the official just wanted to throw a flag on. I didn't see it. I don't know what happened. We'll have to get confirmation on that. You hate to see a game decided on a penalty like that. Once again, I don't know. I didn't see it happen behind the play.
Do we have a shot of the touchdown and maybe the post play? I just want to take a look at it. I'm not questioning the officials. So there's the touchdown catch.
The penalty was in the backfield, was thrown by the referee.
So Regina didn't do anything after he made the catch.
No, it was thrown back on the 30-yard line.
So the Wolves, I think they earned themselves the 4th seed in the NCS Division I playoffs. So we'll go through quick recap of the scoring. Quigley to Murphy for a 15-yard touchdown pass with 2 minutes left in the half to make it San Ramon Valley 7-0. Then Stewartson to Shea on a 2-yard pass with 11 seconds left to tie it up at 7. Then Salisbury with a 6 field goal, a 38-yarder with 8:28 left in the third to make it 10-7. Then Price with a 28-yard field goal with 35 seconds left in regulation to make it 10-10. Then Quigley to Kenny for an 11-yard touchdown on 4th and 1 to make it 17-10. Then on 4th and 1 the other way, Stewartson to Regina, but then the Mustangs are called for an unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. Their 2 touchdowns tonight both had post-play penalties of unsportsmanlike conduct. So what's that do? It marches the ball back 15 yards. It's a long PAT for Price. It's blocked, and the Wolves get the win.
You know, it was, I guess whoever was going to be left standing was going to win this game. It seemed like both teams had opportunities. Nobody really took it till the end. And it was a typical Monte Vista San Ramon game. Comes down to the end, they always do. You hate to see it decided on a penalty for either side. I'm really proud of the fact that both teams really stood tall on 4th down and made touchdowns. They didn't settle for the field goal. They were able to step up and make plays when they needed to. And
the bad thing about this for the Monte Vista, you don't get a game next week. You have to wait 2 weeks, and there's probably a pretty good chance that they're going to be over here in a couple of weeks. So our Fit Pro Go player of the game with this game-winning touchdown reception goes to number 2, Jared Kenny. He also made a big catch on a corner route. He is our Fit Pro Go player of the game with the sea of hands reception on 4th and 1. So congratulations to Jared Kenny with our being named our Fit Pro Go player of the game. From San Ramon High School, where San Ramon Valley beat Monte Vista 17-16 in double overtime to close their regular season at 7-3 and 3-1 in the neighborhood version of the East Bay Athletic League Mountain Division and secure the Gelderman Trophy. The NCS seedings brackets will be announced on Sunday, November 11th. Check the CIFNCS.org website for matchups in the NCS D1. You've been watching Monte Vista Football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists. Thanks to our crew, Daniel Talavera, Ryan Castaneda, and our director, Luis Rangel. Color commentator, my partner in crime, Craig Bergman. I'm Chris Babcock in Danville. Good night, and thanks for being on the show.